Lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V-Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you. Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale, just west of Homeacres.
Our year-end sales event is going on now at DeArmond Automotive, Knoxville.
With over 60 new vehicles in stock on the ground, you can take delivery now.
Every new Chevy, Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, and all DeArmond certified used vehicles are tagged with one low sale price.
DeArmond Automotive Knoxville, DeArmondAuto.com.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Waukee Northwest High School here in Waukee, Iowa, for tonight's huge matchup. It's a girls and boys basketball doubleheader of the Civil War. It's the Waukee Warriors taking on the Waukee Northwest Wolves. Hello, everyone. Blake Walker along with my partner Tyler French tonight. Tyler, this is one of the best new rivalries in the state of Iowa, simply because it's a crosstown rivalry. A lot of these kids still here for Waukee Northwest. We're at Waukee High School. The split only happened a couple years ago. We get our second ever installment of the rivalry here on the basketball court. It's the Waukee Northwest Wolves 2-1, Waukee 1-2. Both teams not off to the best start this year. Both teams not quite to what a lot of people thought they could be. But based off last year's one matchup, this is going to be an incredible night of basketball.
Yeah, this has been a little bit of a transition year for both these teams. Northwest graduating, Reagan Bartholomew, as well as two others, Cameron Weirs, and just overall a really good team that left from last year's group, 4 rotation members. Then, the transition for them has been the transfer of Kayla Madison coming in from Roosevelt. Meanwhile, on the other side for Waukee, they've got a couple of younger players that have really started to step up. You and I were talking a little bit before of Marin Zalo as a 5'10 freshman who can step out and shoot threes. That's the type of player that's going to give people fits.
Kirsten Hauk is the number one scorer for Waukee. Just a junior, 13.7 points per game. Sadie Moss, junior for Waukee Northwest, 7.3 points per game. But numbers have been skewed. Waukee Northwest lost their first game of the season to Johnston, 59-32. Got a big win against Valley, 36-33, and then a crushing win against Des Moines Lincoln, 59-19. As for Waukee, they also got a win against Lincoln, but then back-to-back losses to Ankeny and Southeast Polk have been the main difference maker in this one. So someone's going to get a big win tonight. But one thing you and I talked about, the defense for Northwest should be causing fits for Waukee tonight.
Yeah, and one thing, too, is that you mentioned numbers are skewed a little bit. It's tough to read into the numbers this early in the season. As, Sadie Moss, someone that was averaging double figures a year ago for most of the year, even playing through that injury she had with her shoulder. But, yeah, this defense is going to be a good team. Even losing Seagrass for Valley, as well as graduating Meredith Reeker, that's still a very good team, and they held them to 33 points and did just enough offensively to eke out a win.
Waukee has a transfer from Valley, Sophia Hope. She played on Valley last year. She's now wearing the purple and gold. It's the purple and gold versus the blue and white. Coming up in just a few minutes, it's Waukee versus Waukee Northwest. The girls' side coming up on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Our year-end sales event is going on now at DeArmond Ford, Indianola.
Find out why more people are coming to DeArmond Ford, Indianola to buy their new Fords and certified pre-owned vehicles.
Come see the newest state-of-the-art dealership in the area. Every new Ford and pre-owned used is clearly tagged with one low price. Experience the DeArmond difference.
DeArmond Ford, Indianola, DeArmondFord.com.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand, custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Iowa High School girls basketball coming up first tonight in our doubleheader. Waukee versus Waukee Northwest here at Northwest Gymnasium here in Waukee, Iowa. Blake Walker, Tyler French with you here this evening. It is a sold-out crowd as expected, and honestly might be standing room only by the time everyone files in. An impressive crowd for the girls' game. A lot of people wanted to come early. There were lines coming in the door. Both student sections are packed to the brim. Talk about the environment of this type of game and how it just improves both teams throughout the game set.
And it's something that we saw last year as well as going into this season. The volleyball game between these two teams that went a full 5 sets. It was an amazing game to watch and had both student sections full along the bleachers. Now, when you get to basketball season, you can expand out those bleachers on the side. It really helps to kind of let your student section show how full it can get. And if you look at Northwest side, they've started to fill into the other bleachers because they've run out of room. Yeah. And I think you can say the same about Waukee over here on the side as well.
It's definitely going to be a packed night of basketball. Waukee and Waukee Northwest, we're just a minute or so away from our opening presentations, our starting lineups and national anthem. Waukee and Waukee Northwest. Northwest took the one and only matchup last season, 58-41. That was at Waukee High School. Thankfully, Tyler, these two teams get to face twice this year, which honestly probably should have happened in the first place, but always good when a crosstown rival can happen. And Centennial, Ankeny was special, but this one just feels a little bit more special.
Yeah, with just the way these two schools have interacted, with Waukee in their last year as a joint school, they won so much. Both basketball championships, doing well in wrestling, football, volleyball, everything like that. And since the split, Northwest has really dominated. Yeah. You can hear the student section chanting "Little Brother" during warm-ups. And it's been kind of that example. And I think these fans are really excited for tonight's game.
It's going to be fun. We're going to send it down to our PA announcer and such, and we'll get ready for our pregame festivities, and we'll meet you back for opening tip. It's Waukee versus Waukee Northwest on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
sportsmanship at athletic events. To achieve this goal, we ask our fans from both schools to treat the players, coaches, and officials with respect. And secondly, for each of us to be courteous and considerate of our neighbors in the stands by what we do and say. And now, fans, the national anthem tonight will be performed by the tenors and basses of the Northwest Vocal Music Program under the direction of Jack Dobbins. At this time, we please ask you to rise and remove your caps for the performance of our national anthem.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Do you know what the best part about being a dog is? You can hear disaster before it even happens. You know what they say about disaster? Sometimes it can inspire a symphony. An honest day's work deserves an honest day's treat.
No extra charge.
And that is why we choose Honest Wrenches. No extra charge. And it's how service should be.
Teams from Waukee High School, please welcome Anaya Steed, Avery Jones, Lucy Jackson, Ava Talents, Madeline Martz, and Hope Marteau. And for your Northwest Wolves, please welcome Sarah Enrico, Maya Esposito, Ayana Cross, Haley Winnicky, Lauren Dunn, Grace Taylor, and Karen Eastman. Tonight's game officials, as decided by the CIML, Mr. Travis Burrell, Mr. Tyler Easton, and Mr. Joe Townsell. And now, fans, let's meet tonight's starting lineups. Starters for Waukee High School, number 2, Kristen. And for your Northwest Wolves, senior 5'5", number 2,
Waukee and Waukee Northwest coming up here on Central Iowa Sports Network. Blake Walker, Tyler French with you here this evening. Tyler, final thoughts, some keys to the game before we get going here.
Well, just the environment we've got here tonight, it's going to be really interesting for some of these players that, haven't been around those huge games. Especially you look at Zalo and Brown on each side, a freshman that has a big part of both offenses. How can they perform? We saw it in warm-ups. Both teams were missing shot after shot as the student sections were chanting at them.
It is unbelievable in here. This has got to be the biggest atmosphere I've ever seen for a girls' basketball game. The entire Waukee Northwest side is packed in all white, Waukee's in all black, and it just so happens to be their uniform matchup. Waukee Northwest in white with blue trim, Waukee in black with purple trim. The Warriors looking for win number 2 on the season. They're 1-2 overall. Waukee Northwest 2-1, looking for win number 3. We are off and running tonight here in Waukee Northwest. Wolves start out quick. They go to the top of the key to Barnes. They'll swing it over the corner to Madison. Transition offense, shot clock in play, pull-up jumper off the glass. That will not go. Rebound taken away by Lydia Smith.
One nice thing you've seen from Josie Vanderkroll this season is not the fear to take a jumper like that. Last year, she would mostly reverse the ball, and now a lot more confidence to go into her shot.
The freshman Zalo tried to kick it. They go to Smith in the corner. Her three-pointer bounces off the rim, and it's taken back away by Ashley Brown. Brown up the floor and on the block. They'll go back up top. Wolves look to drive. It's kicked right back outside to Vanderkroll. Just closing in on a minute passing by here in the first quarter between Waukee and Waukee Northwest. Ashley Brown. Freshman had it there. That one's knocked out of bounds. Good defense.
And I think defense is going to be the name of the game for both these teams. Not necessarily offensive powerhouses. Who can make the most stops when it counts the most?
Yes. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Vanderkroll gets it down low. It's taken away. Here come the Warriors back the other way. Hope tosses it up, and it's intercepted back the other way by Barnes.
Bad pass either way. You got to go over the top on that post entry, and then just poor ball handling back the other way.
Three-pointer by Northwest. Off the glass. That will not go. Zalo has the rebound. Couple freshmen on the floor for both teams tonight. Like you said, how do they handle the pressure? Peters, long three. Yes!
And we finally have the first basket of the game fall as these two teams really feeling each other out.
Miranda Peters has come into her own the last couple games. She's a rebounding machine, averaging 8 boards per game. She's going to be huge tonight. How about the Waukee defense all over the floor? Kristen Hauk causing pressure. Madison at the wing, guarded closely by Dylan Peterson. They'll drive to the lane, left hand, yes.
And that's the early growth already from Ashley Brown. As that first game, she's a little timid as a freshman playing varsity. Now, not afraid to attack the hoop, take her own shot when she needs to.
Hauk gets bumped, but puts it up and in. Started as a sophomore last year for Waukee, has come into her own, now a junior. She averages about 13 points per contest. She's one to watch on offense and defense. Drive to the basket by Madison. Kicks back outside. Good passing. Three-pointer from the corner. Ashley Brown, the freshman.
And that all started with the drive by Kayla Madison. Defense collapses. Kick it out. Make that extra pass. Leads to the open three.
Got a foul on Brown. 5-5 here early, with 5:09 remaining here in the first quarter. Zalo gets it tipped. They'll go back to Zalo. She's wide open for three. It bounces off the rim. They try to go back at it. That was Lydia Smith. Can't get it. Here comes Northwest on the rebound.
And that miss by Zalo. Not something you're going to see a lot from a 5'10 freshman who shoots over 42% from downtown.
Very impressive coming on the team this year. Not really a ton of height on neither team, but they'll score when it counts. Three-pointer from the top. That's good. Sadie Moss.
In the 3 years I've been covering her, I don't know if I've seen Sadie Moss take a three, let alone make one.
She's a heck of a scorer. Another foul, touch foul. That's on Brown, and that's 2 for the freshman.
And that's where she really has to learn. Coming from middle school, you may not have that foul call, but they're going to be a lot more touchy when you get to this level. And You can see it in that game against Lincoln. They kind of let him play a little bit more, but in a high-pressure situation like that, you're going to get a lot more calls.
Megan Lons checks in for her. Here's Kirsten Hauk at the wing. She'll work her way inside and bounce pass to Peters. Peters on the low post, tries to get a backdoor cut. Tossed back out by Hope. Second turnover by Sophia. And the Valley transfer off to a tough start tonight. And for at least the first and third quarter, or at least for a while, these two teams are going to have to go at each other's student sections. So it's going to be loud on each side of the floor. That one's out of the hands of Kiala Madison.
And you can kind of see that pressure starting to build a little bit. You know, we're still just very early into this first quarter, but both teams making easy mistakes because it's a high-pressure situation with this environment.
Waukee averages 14 turnovers per contest. Waukee Northwest just 11. Something to keep an eye on as we go throughout the evening. 8-5, Northwest on top. Smith. Over to Hauk. They go to Zalo at the top of the key. She wanted to shoot. They go right back. Hauk from the top. Rattles in and out off the top of the rim. Here comes Northwest. Vanderkroll to the other side. To a wide open Madison. Rebound on the glass. Back up. Not going to go, but a foul is called.
And her numbers haven't reflected it this year, but Sadie Moss on the offensive glass is where she's especially dangerous. She can score from the post, but you're usually going to see her going up, getting rebounds, and getting easy putbacks.
Madison versus Zalo is going to be a matchup to watch tonight. A junior versus a freshman. The junior taught the freshman a couple lessons there on that drive. Free throw is up and good by Sadie Moss.
And this is an interesting substitution with Chloe Hayes coming in. A lot of the time, her and Moss are flip-flop, but they're bringing in a little bit extra size here, maybe trying to take advantage of the height differential.
Moss knocks them both down. She's got 5 already, 10-5. Northwest on an early lead here. Coach Franklin barking out orders for Waukee, the former Valparaiso star, former Valparaiso coach. She went to Cedar Rapids, Washington, played high school basketball there. How about Sophia Hope on the turnaround?
And the nice little reverse jab step and then moving into her shot. Beautiful balance on the attempt.
She's talented, there's no doubt about that. 2 quick early turnovers by her, but offensively she can really get things going. Quick drive to the basket, Hope blocks it, but there's a foul down low.
Megan Lawn's another player that's improved a lot. You know, she saw minutes off the bench last year. It wasn't necessarily a huge part of the rotation at times, but she's been shooting lights out off the bench, and that switch between her and Barnes in the starting lineup every now and then, you can trade a little bit of offense for defense when you go from Lawns to Barnes and back.
Lawns sinks her first. She's a 50% free throw shooter coming into tonight. Lawns will try her second, and it rolls in.
Avery Vogt coming in for Northwest, another freshman that has seen some big minutes for the Wolves early in the season.
There's a couple big-time freshmen on this Northwest squad, that is for sure. Hope tries a long 3. That misses way off, and a rebound taken back by the Wolves.
What if it might have been a little bit of a heat check after that finish she had at the elbow.
Back on the other end, Sadie Moss.
I think you can tell these teams are fired up a little bit playing in front of this crowd. And while the pressure has been building, you're starting to see them really have some fun out there as well.
Salo goes to the corner. Quick little jumper. Gonna rim out on the far side for Gentry Williams. She was out against Southeast Polk. She's now back in. Moss down low, off glass, hard basket. Not gonna go. Zalo on the rebound. They're gonna get a jump ball.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were going to call it. Her foot was right along that line.
It was going to be a close call either way. Good fight down low. Waukee gets the ball back.
And they've seen this height advantage from Moss down low, and they've been looking to play through her. And it's been some great growth here in this game already.
Timeout called by Coach Franklin. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We will stay here. Early start for Waukee Northwest. What's the game changer so far for the Wolves that you're seeing?
I think it's been the points off turnovers. You know, Waukee has been making some easy mistakes, even taking some long jumpers that were kind of ill-advised, and that has turned into offense back the other way. We've seen a couple fast break baskets for Northwest, with that last one going Sadie Moss's way. But when Northwest is able to cause turnovers, it's something that we saw at Waukee 2 years ago and beyond, and then last year with this team. If they can cause turnovers, they're going to be able to win some games. I was talking with Sadie Moss's dad on Friday when they took down Valley. He's like, it was an ugly game, but if we're going to win, it's probably going to be ugly. And that's the case with this Northwest team.
Waukee turns the ball over 14 times per game on average. Their loss to Ankeny, a 46-42 loss. Waukee shot abysmal from the floor. And if you ask anyone on the team, the thought process was if we could shoot the ball better, we could probably win a couple more games. Shot better against Southeast Polk, but Brooklyn Daly, the Drake commit, went off in that one, and the Warriors dropped it.
And the same can be said a little bit for Northwest in that loss to Johnston, but even shooting a little bit better is not necessarily going to make up a 27-point differential.
Kirsten Hauk gets Waukee going again, 14-10. That's her 5th point of the night. Again, great defense around. Hope, good defense on Moss. That's tipped out of bounds. That's Waukee ball.
And I really like the play call for Waukee. Is out of timeout plays, your OTPs. What can you draw up to get a quick basket? Kristen Hauk coming off that screen. She was able to set her feet, get a good pass, and get an open shot.
14-10. Hauk trying to get her team back in it. She'll go to Zalo. Peters from the corner. Rims out. Hope can't grab it. Zalo's on the glass. She'll go back down to Hawk for 3. That rims out. And back and forth we go.
And I think a big key for Northwest especially is going to be consistency. In that win against Valley, it was mostly because of a huge run for them, but they struggled in other portions of the game to really keep things going on the offensive end.
Warriors like to take and make the 3, but you got to take them and make them if they want to work. And we're going to have I
think a 10-second call.
10-second call. Well, so they grabbed the ball, and then Peters tripped over Hauk, and then I think they were trying to make sure she was okay, and a really nonchalant 10-second call.
And like I said, early mistakes have been a big thing for Waukee so far in this game. It looks like they're going to bring a little bit of face guarding here against Kayla Madison. Madison, one of the few players on this team that can actually break down a defense, get to the rim. We saw that against Valley with 16 points and a couple of them where she was able to blow past a defender with that quick first step.
Very talented. That one's going to go over and back. Turnovers go back and forth as well in this one. Not a lot of fouls, just 2 for each team. Northwest leads by 4 here in the first quarter with 41 seconds left. About a 9-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Gentry Williams to Salu. She was able to take it back away from Kirsten Hauk, and she'll direct traffic from the corner. They want to get it down low to Peters. They do. Salu back out for 3. No. Hope on the glass. She'll turn around and put it back up and in for 2.
And with Hayes on the floor without Sadie Moss out there, you lose a lot of your rebounding. And Moss only averaged, like I said, 4 a game, but those numbers have been skewed without a lot of playing time against Lincoln on Saturday.
3 seconds. Zalo hounding. Vanderkroll goes to the basket at the buzzer. No. And that will do it for the end of the first quarter. A flying by quarter. Northwest leads Waukee 14-12. We'll be back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors, and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors,
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we
are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday.
And we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the whole difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Blake Walker, Tyler French with you here this evening. It's Waukee and Northwest going at it here, a crosstown rivalry. We're on the girls' side so far. Boys action coming up after this one. Northwest on top 14-12 after the first quarter. Tyler, a lot of turnovers, couple mistakes, but expected in a crowd environment like this.
Yeah, and this has been a game and really doubleheader that people have had circled since the schedule was released earlier this year, and it's lived up to it so far. High-flying action through the first quarter and a lot of offense that these two teams don't normally produce.
Salo goes up and gets blocked by Moss.
That right there, you get Moss back in, you provide your defensive anchor, and the freshman learning another lesson from the junior right there.
2 fouls apiece for both teams so far. The refs have been letting them play. And a whole lot of steals. Drive to the basket, up and in off the glass. Kayla Madison.
Kayla Madison, like I said, someone that can really break down a defense and get to the rim. It's what the offense thought they were going to be missing with the graduation of Reagan Bartholomew, but she has been a godsend for this offense with, a group that really doesn't have a lot of great ball handlers. It's really her and Brown that see the most action with the ball in their hands.
Houck thought about shooting. They'll go to the top of the key with Hope. She'll just stop and fire, and it's good. 7 points already for Sophia Hope. And the Warriors are back within 1.
And that's the confidence you see built from someone who's been through this couple of years, part of that Valley team that made it to the state tournament last year, as one of the few people that actually has major experience like that. Her and Madison, really the only two that have been in that state tournament environment.
Madison for 3. No, rims out, but Moss is on the rebound. She was the first one there and created a beautiful box out.
I think that's one of the big things that we need to see from Madison improving. She shot 38% from 3 last year. Obviously, playing along Jackson at Roosevelt's going to help that number a little bit, but she's a good shooter, and she's got to start knocking them down. Has really struggled with her shot early part of the season.
She's got 7 points already, and her first free throw rims out. .6:24 remaining here in the first half. Take a look at the student section there for Waukee, causing issues for the free throw shooters. No problem for Moss, though, as she splits the pair.
Moss 3 rebounds so far in this game, 2 of them on the offensive end, both of which have led to points and her getting to the free throw line.
Both teams pretty good at rebounding. When you have Miranda Peters on one side for Waukee and then Moss on the other end, you're going to get some good rebounding numbers. Hope got across the timeline. She goes all the way across the court and then put on the ground, and a travel for Lydia Smith.
I'm very surprised they did not call a contact foul on that one, which is big because that would have been number 3 on Ashley Brown, who's one of the biggest offensive weapons that Northwest has.
She was kind of smiling about it. I think she knows she might have gotten away with it. We play on, Northwest by 2. Brown directs traffic at the top. Boy, she is an athletic guard that can move the ball around. They'll go down to their playmaker, Moss. She'll try to go back up over top. Rebound taken away by Peters.
And that one, definitely a forced shot from Moss. Wasn't able to get into her post move, and no one really cutting to help her out. Everyone spaced out here on the left side of the floor and leaving her alone on the right side. There's no way for her to go with it.
Northwest by 2, 5:40 remaining here in the first half. Houck, ill-advised pass down low to Hope, another turnover. Here comes Northwest. Madison, good pass down to Moss, and she puts it up and in.
Crowd wanted to travel on that one, but Moss, had it taken away for a second, tipped and able to lay it in. But another fast break basket with Sadie Moss a post that can run the floor.
I'd love to see points off turnovers. They have to be starting to pile up for Northwest. Not a lot of points in that half-court transition set. Hope gonna pull up and shoot. No. That can be her game. She hit a couple of those shots against Southeast Polk like that, including a three-pointer, but that time heavily guarded by Moss.
And we've seen her go to it already here a couple times tonight, hit that nice turnaround jumper at the elbow, and a 3 with Sadie Moss right in her face, which was someone that averages over 2 blocks a game. That's pretty ballsy from the shot.
Offense stagnant here so far. Again, Northwest has slowed it down here in the half-court set. Long three, no. Moss tried to grab the rebound, and they're able to take it right back. Madison again tries for three. No. Rebound fought for, Northwest ball. And the rebounding is quite apparent in the first half here. I'm more impressed with the boxing out more than anything. I mean, just very good fundamental defense and fundamental boxing out by Northwest.
Well, Coach Guest has been doing this a long time, had a lot of success, and it goes back to the fundamentals of how teams can be successful.
Moss misses the easy floater. She'll try again. He almost gets it blocked. They try again for two and one.
Ashley Brown has come ready to play here today. The one thing is if she can stay out of foul trouble, if she picks up that third, it's going to be dangerous going into the second half because this team is at its best when she's on the floor.
Take a look at the replay. Just tosses it right back up and in. Timeout on the floor. And we'll see how long they're going to take it. They're going to take a full timeout. We'll take one with them. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network. Northwest leads Waukee.
Our year-end sales event is going on now at DeArmond Ford, Indianola.
Find out why more people are coming to DeArmond Ford, Indianola to buy their new Fords and certified pre-owned vehicles.
Come see the newest state-of-the-art dealership in the area. Every new Ford and pre-owned used is clearly tagged with one low price. Experience the DeArmond difference.
DeArmond Ford, Indianola, DeArmondFord.com.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Blake Walker, Tyler French with you here this evening. Waukee Northwest on top of Waukee here in the first half of the girls' game, 21-15. Turnovers have been the name of the game tonight for both teams, and Northwest has committed less, Waukee has committed more, and that's pretty much how it's gone.
And I think one of the big things, too, is a lot of Northwest turnovers have led to dead balls, so it allows their defense to get set. Meanwhile, they've been picking off a lot of these passes, and it's led to easy offense. And I want to see fast break points. I got to say that Northwest has at least 8 of them so far in this game.
Brown off the and one, makes it a 3-point play. She's got 8 so far tonight for the Wolves.
And let's see if this turns into, a little bit of a breakout game for her. Just a freshman who's really responded well to this environment so far.
Northwest won the first matchup between these two schools on the girls' side, 58-41. Zalo gets it ripped away. Ball is loose, picked up. They'll go to Peters in the corner. She wanted a 3. Hauk says, let's set up on offense. Never mind. She'll fire a long 3, and it's good.
Before it went through the net, I was going to say we should have seen Peters rip through, go baseline. But if Kristen Hauk's going to hit it from 23-plus feet, I can't really say much.
Almost 3.5 to go here in the first half. Coach Guess shouting orders from his side. The state champion coach graduated from not too far here, Van Meter High School. That one's up and good by Moss.
Inducted in the Iowa Coaches Hall of Fame earlier this year. Got a chance to talk with him about that. And just a great coach that loves his players and has great relationships with them before, during, and after their time on the team.
6-point lead for the Wolves. The Warriors are kind of just hanging around here. Northwest can't seem to pull away. Moss rips around from Hauk, and it's stolen away again. The Wolves want to go down court. They do have numbers. Moss on the block. Right hand, no. And Peters able to snag back the rebound. The Wolves are pesky on the glass, and Waukee's going to have to fight for every single ounce of rebounds they can grab.
I think on the last play from Moss, too, she's obviously lefty from what we've seen all year. And when she goes to that right hand, she can finish, but much stronger going to her left.
Salo goes all the way and says, I'll draw contact that time, and she'll go the charity stripe to shoot 2. The freshman has been quiet tonight. No points for her, but she'll have her chance to break into the scoring column here.
Yeah, Zala's missed a couple of open threes when she's had the opportunity. Got to wonder, we mentioned before, how would the freshman respond to this environment? We've seen it on one side with Ashley Brown having a very good game so far. And on the other side, Zalo picking up her first point.
Well, one gets to be in the comfort of your home. One has to go on the road.
Seeing this crowd, is it really a true home game?
I mean, yeah. When you're on your home side, sure, maybe it is. She shoots 2 free throws into the net facing the opposing student section, and we are back to a 4-point game.
This is about as neutral side as a home game can get with how this crowd is filled out.
It's pretty much almost packed filled. Expect a few more to file in here for the boys' game, but a sold-out crowd tonight here in Northwest. Madison all the way. She travels with it. She was losing it on her way. I didn't know if she'd call it, but.
Yeah, she was trying to get that Euro step and get into the middle, kick out, but drag that pivot foot on the first step.
Northwest definitely has the more athletic guards, it feels like, but a good fundamentally sound offense that Coach Franklin has built just in her second year here at Waukee.
Plus, you've got all the shooting that we've seen from them so far. You've got 3 players that can step out from 20-plus feet and knock them down.
Hope for 3, airballs it. .205 remaining here in the first half.
And I think
go ahead.
Hope's starting to get a little bit of frustration out there, and I think you see him rush a little bit. She hit those first 2 shots, but has kind of struggled a little bit since.
She'll keep shooting. That's the type of player that she is. And a 30-second timeout is called with 2 minutes and 1 second left. It feels like Northwest should be up by at least 10, but what are the Warriors doing that's just letting them hang around that you see so far?
I think Kristen Hauk stepping back and hitting a couple 23-footer jumpers has been definitely helpful. But I think it's just been taking advantage. When they get some open threes, they've been hitting them. And they've been limiting the damage when Northwest has to go into that half-court offense. Outside of getting it to Brown or to Moss down low, they haven't really been able to produce anything. It's been the fast breaks that has put Northwest ahead in this game.
So out of the timeout, 24-20. 4 fouls so far committed by Waukee, just 3 for Waukee Northwest.
It's been a pretty clean game from these 2 teams.
Yeah. And you'd think with emotions running high, you'd expect something to go back and forth, but no, I agree. Both teams have been very solid on that side. High layup off the glass. That one will drop in. That was Avery Vogt. That's her first point of the night.
Avery Vogt, the daughter of Northwest volleyball coach and the sister of Cameron Vogt, who was really an MVP player for that team this year that made it to the state tournament.
Just a freshman. Hauk gets it fouled, gets it blocked, but fouled. Just grazed across her hand. She'll go to the line to shoot 3.
That one was a very close one, but you got to agree with the call from the view they've got compared to us.
So Hauk will go to the line here for Waukee. And the first one falls through. Hauk with 8, now 9 on the game so far. She's averaging 13 per contest. And realistically, scoring-wise, it's about what we'd expect. Northwest giving up about 37 per game. I shouldn't say about. That's about as good as you can get. Both teams averaging around the 50-55 mark.
And we'll see what's changes both these coaches make at halftime. We'll see it on Northwest side with the way Hauk has been playing in this game. You switch on, maybe put someone like Nere Barnes or Josie Vandergirl, 2 athletic defensive guards out there.
Yeah. A lot of adjustments to be made for both teams. It's been back and forth. Moss again down low.
And that was just a beautiful screen and roll, set the pick, and was able to roll to the basket without much resistance. Moss has just been absolutely feeling it out this game with half of Northwest points so far.
14 on the board for Hope. Back up top, long 3, air ball missed by Lydia Smith. And it can't be saved, and Northwest will take the ball back with 46 seconds to go.
I don't think Smith ever had a good handle on the ball, but just saw the opportunity. You could see a hitch in her shot as she went up for that one. I don't think she got a clean look at all.
Well, and Waukee can't get too desperate when you're only down by 6. They might have a chance here and should have a chance to get the ball right back. Vanderkroll a long 3. That bounces high and out of bounds. And the shot clock is now dead.
And a good decision there. Moss started to go into her post move, felt resistance, knew she wasn't going to get a good look, kicks it out for an open three. It's just a shot you got to knock down.
See what Waukee wants to do here. 25 seconds. They go down low to Hauk. She runs into traffic and goes to the corner. Williams to Smith. Checks the clock. 14 seconds. Waukee looks like they're content to hold. Hope, 8 seconds. She'll drive. Floater. Good. Huge basket for Hope. She's got 9. Madison back the other way. Tosses up one at the buzzer. No. That will do it for an entertaining first half. Waukee Northwest on top of Waukee 28-24. We will take a break, and when we come back, we'll be back with our former Valley head coach, Joe Siegrist. We'll sit down and talk with him. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
We are so much more
Than an energy company.
We are connectors.
Community protectors. And clean energy leaders.
We are
Job creators.
Friends and neighbors.
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we.
We are so much more.
We are the energy
Behind your everyday.
And we are.
Obsessively.
relentlessly.
At your service.
I'm off to college. Oh, rats!
Hi, Joe the Car Guy with a reminder. Before you send your kids off to school, set up an appointment with Westside Auto. We check everything from tires to belts, fluids, hoses, wipers, and lights. 44 inspection points to help prevent that oh rats moment for your students. Call us today to set up your appointment. We'll have your kids off to school saying,
For the best, head west.
Westside Auto.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Blake Walker here, along with former Valley head coach Joe Siegrist. Joe, thanks for joining us. First of all, what are you up to? What are you doing now these days after coaching life here at Valley?
Well, I can't get out of a gym, first off, Blake, but helping coach the Norwalk boys. My son's a sophomore, and Aaron Pelzer was nice enough to let me join his staff and get a front row seat to help my son, too. So.
What's it like to come here and watch girls basketball again, and then, one of your former players is on the floor, Sophia Hope. Talk about what that's like, and do you still have that coaching mindset when you watch these games?
Oh, yeah, I miss the girls at Valley a ton. I wished them good luck in their first game, and they got right back to me. So the environment here tonight, just girls basketball in the state of Iowa is special, especially in central Iowa. Such a great history here with the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and everything they do for the Iowa girl. It's just on the boys' side, it's a 1-2 matchup tonight. So the place was packed when I got here at 5:30, and you can't ask for anything more.
What do you miss the most? You're about to go, you're finally in a basketball season without being on the sideline for girls basketball. What have you missed the most, just kind of not being here for the preseason or leading up?
Well, it's such a special 10 years that I spent at Valley. A couple state championships, and but I remember the relationships that we built with just amazing girls and families. And so I miss that. I miss, game planning and working with my assistants, my former assistants. It's great in its own respect now on the boys' side, but I love being in charge of a program and the families and relationships that we built.
What do you say? I mean, this year it's been so special for both, like you said, basketball all around, the shot clock coming into play. What are you excited most about to see this upcoming basketball season on the girls' side? Obviously, we have two very good teams here, but it's a good year for girls basketball here in the state of Iowa.
Oh, it is. The CIML's loaded again, Johnston just reloads. These two programs, Waukee Northwest, just great coaches that I respect so much, that were fun to compete against every day. Yeah, the shot clock adds quite a new element.
Yeah.
End of quarter, end of half, end of game situations. Do I do 2 for 1? How do you set up plays to execute in that shot clock situation? So it's going to be new to everybody. It challenges coaches quite a bit.
Are you glad you're not coaching during the shot clock here? Growing to almost the size of Valley, it seems like.
Yeah, Norwalk is a great community. I'm teaching there now too. Tremendous people, great up-and-coming families, and it's got tons of potential to grow even more.
Yeah. Last question before we let you go. The Valley girls that you coached, whether that be last year or 5 years ago, do you still try to keep in touch with some of them and just kind of see what they're up to?
I do. I care about them as individuals, as growing adults, and there are a lot of young ladies that are doing tremendous things, whether it be coaching, accountants, nurses, so I do keep in contact with them as much as I can, and I love seeing them kind of form their own families.
Sweet. Well, we'll catch up more in the halftime of the boys' game. For now, we're going to take another break, and we'll be back for the second half. It's Waukee versus Waukee Northwest here on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Mornings. They can be hectic.
Let's go!
So can your car, so to get a free pickup, drop-off, or delivery, head over to Honest Wrenches. And their loaner vehicles?
No extra charge.
Find your peace of mind with even more wonderful services.
Every vehicle that comes in gets a full visual inspection and a 5-year, 50,000-mile warranty. No extra charge.
Head on over to Honest Wrenches. No extra charge, and it's how service should be.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western. More jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Our year-end sales event is going on now at DeArmond Automotive, Knoxville.
With over 60 new vehicles in stock on the ground, you can take delivery now.
Every new Chevy, Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, and all DeArmond certified used vehicles are tagged with one low sale price.
DeArmond Automotive Knoxville, DeArmondAuto.com.
Welcome back to Northwest Gymnasium here in Waukee, Iowa at Waukee Northwest High School. Blake Walker, Tyler French with you here this evening. Waukee Northwest on top of Waukee, 28-24. Second half just about ready to get going. Tyler, like we said in the first quarter, turnovers have been the story tonight. You got a feel for Waukee that if they can get Northwest in a half-court setting, they might be feeling better. But what do you think was talked about in the locker room for both these two teams?
Well, I think for Northwest, it's continuing to play through Sadie Moss. This was the matchup we were looking at coming into the game between her and Sophia Hope, and it's lived up to the billing so far. Hope's been able to step outside, hit a couple big shots, and Sadie Moss has just been a fourth down low and on the glass so far in this one, and it's just continuing to shake things up defensively. I wonder if we see a different matchup on the defensive end against Kirsten Hauk, and what the plan is down low against Moss. Do you maybe switch over and throw Zalo at her, but at the same time, she's already got 2 fouls, and you don't want to get her into foul trouble.
And we saw Ashley Brown. She had 2 quick fouls, was able to recover nicely. Not a lot of fouls in general. Nobody got the bonus in that first half, so we'll see how everything shakes out here in the second half as more people have filed into the gymnasium. An almost sold-out crowd. Should be sold out realistically by the end of the night. We'll see how everything shakes out. Second half is underway here between Northwest and Waukee. Nice pass on the down low, and one. Madison.
Another one of those OTPs that I mentioned before. And this one is kind of, out of halftime. But at the same time, this was just a beautiful drawn-up play, thinking that they're going to go after the double screen on the other side, and a beautiful cut by Madison, and an even better pass from the high post as well.
She's got 5 tonight. Hope almost misses Hauk on the inbound, and Hauk's able to escape. She's tripped across floor, and that's going to be a foul on Vanderkroll.
And I think if the tripping doesn't happen, that's a clean play because she got a hand in there and stripped that ball, and that one was completely clean, no contact. The feet getting tangled up ended up being enough to draw the call.
This is Northwest's biggest lead of the game, 7. They'd started to pull away a couple times in the first half, but the Warriors always had a response. And they look to continue that here in this second half. Hauk on the baseline. She'll turn around, get caught up. She'll go to the corner. Three-pointer rimmed out. The Warriors, who love to try to hit the three-pointer, haven't been too great from beyond the arc tonight. That's hurt them so far, and Northwest a big chance here to extend the lead.
And a good job there by Peters, knowing that Brown is mostly right dominant, able to play her on that left side and try to redirect her a little bit and away from the screen that was coming up from Moss.
Madison, long 3.
And that's the thing we've been waiting for from her all season, is able to step outside, hit that open shot, as Northwest now has their first double-digit lead of the contest.
Quick timeout called by Coach Franklin as the Wolves jump out to a 10-point lead. Kiela Madison, so far 6 points this quarter and 8 overall. And what do you do if you're Waukee to start slowing down now this air attack?
It's tough because Northwest has made the adjustment that they want to try and play through Madison now with a couple opportunities with plays designed for her. And, it's kind of the same thing is what matchup can you throw at her to try and throw her off a little bit. Kayla Madison has had stretches this year where she'll play very strong in spurts. And it's the same thing with the Northwest offense, all about consistency.
Consistency is the key as we go along here tonight. Coach Guess and his team have a comfortable lead here with 6:48 to go here in the third quarter.
And I would say maybe throw a little bit of a face guard out there or pick her up full court. But Madison's so athletic, she's just going to run past. We've seen her do that in the half court multiple times this year.
Hauk. Zalo for 3. That's short. Hope can't grab the rebound. Vanderkroll ripped back away by Lydia Smith. Ball's on the ground. Hauk picks it up and hands back off to Peters. Good effort by the Warriors. Zalo tries again for 3. That's good, but we're going to have a foul. Will they count the bucket? Field goal is good, so Zalo with her first three-pointer of the evening. And the foul was on Northwest.
And that could be a big swing right here. If they're able to put up another basket, that could cut the lead completely in half.
Haven't put it on the scoreboard here in the arena, but the basket is good. So 34-27 should be our score.
And Chloe Hayes checking in now for Northwest, replacing Vandekroll. It'll be interesting to see now they're going to have Ashley Brown guarding up against Hauk if they look to try and get her with that third foul.
Now they're still checking the score table here as the officials will come together and talk about if the bucket was good or not. Coach Guest comes over to the scorer's table and says, hey, what's going on over here?
They did put it up on the scoreboard finally.
Okay, so there it is on the scoreboard. It looks like that should be official. I think they're also trying to get who the foul is on. It is on Moss. There's Coach Guest sitting there listening, and Coach Franklin says, maybe I should come over and listen too.
That foul on Moss, now her second, another player that you don't want to see pick up that third here early in the third quarter.
Foul trouble hasn't been too big of an issue besides those 2 quick fouls by Brown, but she was able to get it settled down. And an offensive foul on Peters. Well, we had a quiet first half in terms of officiating, and now we're getting a little aggressive, as expected when you're getting down into it.
Yeah, both teams starting to really go after each other after that feeling out process in the first half and kind of understanding what each team is looking to do now.
Brown at the top of the key. They'll go right back to her, guarded by Peters. Frees up a wide open Chloe Hayes, who misses off the back. And the Warriors with a big chance here. Down 7.
The flare screen on that last play, set by Moss, done beautifully. A better pass, probably gets to the ball. And here's what I meant. Get that third foul against the freshman. She's been arguably your second best player here tonight, and now she may have to sit to avoid that fourth.
Doesn't look up. Nope. Substitution does come in. I didn't know if Coach Guest would decide to do it, but she'll step out. I don't think it'll keep her out for the quarter. I assume she'll come back in a little bit, but a little bit of a danger zone there. They get it into Zalo. Hauk at the top of the key, down low on the post. Zalo spins, turns, no. But a really nice move by the freshman.
And I would have looked to see them play through Moss trying to make a pass out there, no one there to draw it in, but I would look to see them play through Hauk a little bit more like we just saw, as they're down really their third option defensively against her with Vandekroll and Brown now on the bench.
Nira Barnes gets called on the foul. Good take by Hauk. And here comes Waukee fighting right back into it. Going to try to make it a 5-point game.
Northwest with already more fouls than they had the entire first half of action.
Hauk sinks her third free throw of the ball game. She was fouled on a three-pointer earlier and went 2 of 3. She misses that one. Sophia Hope's on the rebound. Peters has to chase it down, eventually gets it back. Zalo directs traffic from the wing. The freshman works her way in, got it bumped away. Plenty of time on the shot clock, but it's stolen away by Moss.
And I think as Zalo gets a little bit more comfortable, as she gets a little bit older, she's going to look to try and get to the rim a little bit more. Struggled a little bit on the last couple of drives, but when she's matching up with the 5'5 Barnes or Madison, she's got to look to take advantage of that.
Foul on Hope, that's her second. And Northwest will go to the line. First one in for Madison. She is the only scorer this quarter for Waukee Northwest.
And she's been doing just enough to keep them in the lead right now.
Second one falls. 36-28, full timeout on the floor. We will take one with them. Waukee Northwest leads over Waukee. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of Central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Welcome back to Waukee Northwest High School here at Northwest Gymnasium, where Waukee Northwest leads Waukee 36-35. Scoreboard is wrong over here on the floor, and it is 36. We do know for sure it's 36. But they're still trying to figure out the scoreboard here in the arena because both free throws were made by Madison. So 36-28 is the score with 5:03 to go here in the third quarter. Blake Walker, Tyler French with you this evening. And they still have not given Northwest a point.
And Kayla Madison has been very aggressive in this quarter, and Northwest has been able to feed her in a couple opportunities. 8 points for her already this quarter, including a big three that got this crowd going a little bit too.
Coach Guest is going over and talking with Coach Franklin about something. Not really sure what they're... But it's not often I see a coach from one team say, hey, let's talk about something real quick to the other coach. And they're still going to try to figure out this scoreboard issue. And I don't think the judge here at the table wants to go until they get it figured out.
Well, once they eventually do put up this final point, Northwest will have already matched their entire game total from the Valley game on Friday night. I'm wondering if there's just a problem with the scoreboard.
That's what I'm thinking, because they... But I don't know if they're... Franklin, the way she's been talking, it seems like she thinks there's been a couple problems with the scoreboard tonight. And now they'll come over and have a chat. It has been a little delayed tonight in some aspects, and we've seen that. And you talked about that in previous games here at Northwest. But it does give the teams an extra bit of time out here.
You think Franklin thinks that there's like 8 points worth of problems with the scoreboard so far?
I mean, she probably has the scorebook maybe, but you never know. As we wait for the final point to be added. One of the Waukee superintendents will come down and he'll have a chat here, see if he can figure out what's wrong. This is a first for me. Usually you'd see a shot clock issue, but no shot clock issue here. It's just Northwest needs one more point, and they just haven't given it to them.
Yeah, no, the shot clock's actually worked without a problem so far this season.
If you read, they let everyone kind of see the PowerPoint. If you wanted to look at the PowerPoint for how to run the shot clock, I applaud anyone who decided to become a shot clock operator, because that PowerPoint was full of information, and to get it all memorized, it definitely was a tall task.
I'm just very happy that it's finally been put in Iowa. Iowa's the 10th state to orchestrate the clock, and I think it just adds so much to the game.
Well, we're going to take a break while they try to get this figured out. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
We are so much more
than an energy company.
We are connectors,
community protectors, and clean energy leaders.
We are
job creators,
friends and neighbors,
stewards of your dollars and savings.
Yes, we
are so much more.
We are the energy
behind your everyday.
And we are
obsessively,
relentlessly
at your service.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the whole difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. So some scoreboard issues here. We will have the correct scoreboard because we are running off our own physical. We're running it. The time is not, or the time and shot clock will be right, but the scoreboard here in the arena is not correct. It is 36-28. The scoreboard in the arena will be stuck at 35-28 for who knows how long, but it shouldn't affect us, the viewers. There's a steal by Waukee Northwest, and here come the Wolves back the other way.
And it's crazy that the time on the board is still running, but the score won't change.
I have never seen an issue like that, but it looks like they're running off score vision. So it's most likely a problem within its score vision. That seems to be the problem. 4.5 to go here in the third.
Great defensive play there by Hope. Feeling the post up from Moss and took the chair out from underneath her and stepped in front for that knockaway.
Hard defense by Hauk, and a foul called on number 2. And Waukee Northwest will throw in.
And they can still add the fouls up there, too.
Yeah, I really don't know. Strange.
It's like the Grinch. This one light on this side of the tree won't light.
I did see it was a full moon tonight, so it's very possible. Why not? Wolves trying to extend their lead here. They go down low, and another turnover. Back and forth we go on turnovers. Gentry Williams was out last game. She'll toss over to the side. Long three-pointer will not go. That was Lauren Knighty, who was also out last game against Southeast Polk.
I think both teams have just decided that, we can't score anymore. The scoreboard's not working.
Why not just make everyone's job easier? Another turnover. For now in the arena, the PA announcer will be just giving the score updates. I'm sure they would love to have the scoreboard fixed by the boys' game, considering the magnitude of that one. Hope all the way, foul.
Especially with two scorers like Price Sanford and Omaha Ballou set to go at it.
Gonna need that. Waukee will go to the line. Sophia Hope currently with 9 points. She's been everywhere tonight. Missed a couple shots, but has made them count when needed, and she sinks her first. She's a good shooter. I mean, she can hit the basketball. She can make shots. Very athletic.
They got it to work.
And now the scoreboard is working.
Someone just had to score.
36-30. I wonder if the PA announcer knows that it is. Yep, now he says it's correct. So we are back and going here in Northwest. Vanderkroll
driving, wasn't able to see it, but Avery Vogt wide open down low.
Madison wide open, 2-pointer. She has remained the only scorer this half for Northwest. Here comes Waukee. Hope kicks it right back outside. 90 for 3, yes!
And that's a big shot from the sophomore. Able to come in, cut this lead down to 5 once again, and really just able to get some good minutes off the bench here in the second half.
Again, the Warriors will not go away. Madison kicks back up top. That one almost stolen away. Good pickup by Chloe Hayes. Nice clear lane to the basket. Off the glass, won't go. Hope on the rebound.
And Vogt, another player that able to get to the rim, just has to work on her finishing. But just a freshman this year, it's going to be exciting to see how she grows over the next couple of years.
Hauk off the glass gets fouled. She will go to the line to shoot 2. And Vanderkroll gets called.
And the biggest thing, that's already the 16th foul against Northwest, so Waukee is going to be in the bonus for the remainder of this game.
Something that neither team was used to there in that first half. Again, just not a lot of fouls in the first half. Hauk sinks her first.
Ashley Brown checking back in. Has to be very careful of those 3 fouls. Can't pick up number 4 before at least halfway through that fourth quarter.
And overall, she has been a reaching side tonight. Very aggressive to go after the basketball. Hauk 3 points this quarter, all from the charity stripe. 38-35. This is the closest the Warriors have got it. since the beginning of the ball game.
Now seeing a little bit of face guarding here against Madison, and we'll see what Northwest is able to go offensively. But with Brown and Moss back in the lineup, it'll help them out at least a little bit.
Very aggressive defense. Madison fits it in a tight window, kicks to the corner, drive to the basket, and a foul. Hard contact down low, but Avery Vogt will go to the line.
Waukee bench and student section not happy with that call, but there was definite contact before the shot was even put up.
That's Hauk's third foul of the ball game, so now her and Brown both in a little bit of foul trouble. First free throw does go for Avery Vogt. It's her third point. And first non-Northwest point of the half. Well, it looked like in that first half, Sadie Moss would be the one scoring all the points, but she has gone scoreless here in this third quarter, but is still making an impact. Hope has the ability to step back if she wants to. Gets a screen for Zalo. Zalo all the way, blocked back by Moss.
And Moss, having a great game offensively here tonight. Got someone that can go out and score double digits every time out, but she hangs her hat on her defense. Over 2 blocks a game coming into tonight. Already your second in this contest as well.
He's a heck of a basketball player for the Wolves this season. Hauk will go baseline, and a foul on the floor. But it will send Waukee to the charity stripe because now 7 fouls for Northwest puts the Warriors in the bonus. And Hauk will go to the line.
And they've got Madison guarding Hauk now. We'll see how that impacts her on the offensive end, having to, exert so much energy on the defensive side.
11 points tonight for Kirsten Hauk. She knocks down her first. She has lived at the charity stripe. All of her points this quarter have come from the free throw line. She'll try again. Rims out. Zalo on the glass.
And that was just a good job by Zalo, fighting through the box out and able to tip it out and recover the ball.
Zalo, lazy pass. Moss the other way, guarded by Hope. Great defense by Hope, and she double dribbles. How about the defense by Sophia Hope? Wow.
Yeah, and that's just a mental mistake right there. Especially if she looked to her left, she had Avery Vogt cutting wide open to the basket.
But Hope stayed step for step with her, met her down at the block, and then forces the double dribble. And the Warriors will take it. Down by 4, but they just can't quite tie this thing up. They get close, and then just a couple turnovers, which have stayed pretty significant through the night. Hope turns, can't go. The Wolves look to push. Kiela Madison pushes off, gets away with it, goes back to Moss. Brown now at the wing. 1 minute to go in the third quarter. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Hauk, good defense. Brown guards closely. 2 players in foul trouble, kind of. As Hauk continues, that's a 5-second call.
And that's when someone has got to pop up to help bail you out. Especially with this late in the game. Obviously, we still have the entire fourth quarter, but every possession is that much more important in a game like this.
We talked about Northwest's good hands-up defense, man-on-man. Now the Warriors starting to show a little bit of surprise here on the defensive end. 40-36, 41 seconds to go. 15-second separate shot clock and game clock. Sophia Hope gets them back within 2.
And for the first time this game, we will not have a 14-12 quarter.
You were just waiting for that, weren't you?
Yes. If Northwest had gotten one more basket and Waukee didn't score, we would have had it.
40-38. Shot clock is dead, 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Brown shouts orders from the top of the key. Madison on a cutting route. Wide open, Kirsten Hauk covers. Madison wide open to the lane. The layup is good off the glass. What a quarter for Madison. 2 seconds. Hauk fires up a heave, and it's good! Kirsten Hauk at the buzzer. Whoa!
That's one way to end a quarter.
Do not go away, folks. 1-point game going into the fourth. Northwest leads Waukee. We'll take a break. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Well, it was going to be a 4-point game as we headed into the break. Kirsten Houck didn't even know the buzzer was going to go off, and she chucks up a prayer, and it goes in. And it's 42-41. Could that dare change the game?
Well, there's a big swing of momentum right there at the end of the third quarter, and the run by Waukee in the last half of the quarter already was starting to build that momentum on their side. As, Northwest was up by 10 at one point. It looked like they were going to start to pull away in this one, but this nice little run by Waukee not only has gotten them back into it, but has them an opportunity to take the lead for the first time since the first quarter.
Here we go. 8 more minutes. Fourth quarter time. Houck can't get the layup to go. It would have given the Warriors the first lead for them in a long time. But the pressure is on for the Wolves. Houck, strong defense, almost gets it knocked away.
And honestly, a game like this is where I really like the implementation of the shot clock.
Yeah.
Because, you go back, I think it was 2016, the Valley State Championship just held the entire fourth quarter in overtime.
Oh, we can't say that. Segrist was our guest while we were on.
It was boys basketball.
Yeah, boys basketball. But no, it adds that sense of urgency for these girls.
And for these players that are going to go on and play in college. All levels of the NCAA and NAIA play with a shot clock.
6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. They'll go to Madison, 2 seconds. She gets rid of it to Brown. She did not get it off.
And I think if Madison had just pulled the cord on that shot, she was open for 3 too.
That might be our first shot clock violation of the evening, I believe. Kayla Madison, 12 points. Out of Waukee Northwest, 14 points in that quarter. Houck for 3 in the lead.
I think Kirsten Houck's really feeling it right now.
She is on fire. 20 points. Brown back the other way, puts it in.
We have ourselves a ball game. And, everyone in attendance has been excited about this boys' game, but this girls' game has not disappointed.
No. And these girls deserve it. Deserve all the attention they can get. Unbelievable basketball. Peters, who has been pretty quiet tonight, hands it over to Hope. Hope drives baseline, gets blocked by Moss.
And Moss, a good positioning on that one. Not only gets the block, but keeps it inbounds, too.
Vanderkroll at the top. She has gone scoreless tonight.
And Kayla Madison was open on the far wing for an opportunity, but Vanderkroll didn't even look that way, and you can see the frustration in Madison's face.
Moss down low. She didn't score a point in the third, and she gets blocked, but a foul called on Hope. And I believe it's her third, just her third foul. And it will send Moss to the line to shoot 2. Moss, 14 points tonight. First one off, back iron.
And Megan Lons and Neray Barnes have been really quiet tonight. These are 2 players that can spot up and hit threes, but they have been shut down off the bench here tonight, outside of 1 basket for Lons earlier.
Moss is able to put it in. A 1-point lead for Northwest. Moss's first point since the end of the second quarter. Both teams are on track to hit their average in the scoring column. 90. Hands back to Houck. Houck thought she got bumped by Brown. 10 seconds on the clock. And a travel by Kirsten Houck.
And you can tell Ashley Brown being very careful not to pick up that 4th. But they say that, stars shine brightest when they're needed most. And we've seen exactly that Hope and Hauk getting it done on one side, and then Moss, Madison, and Brown on the other side for Northwest.
1 point game, 5.5 to go. That one lobbed inside for Moss with her right hand, no, and Hauk on the rebound. Warriors
had great positioning. That's when you got to finish.
Travel. Gentry Williams. And a couple travels here by Waukee. This one has just been back and forth in this final couple minutes. And it might be whoever makes the least mistakes walks away with the victory. Moss, guarded by Hope. That's been a great matchup all night long. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Vanderkroll, she'll try her luck. Off the glass and one!
And Vanderkroll, who's been quiet all night, gets the opportunity to take it to the basket and a strong finish through the contact.
Her first point of the evening. Take a look at the replay. For someone that hasn't scored all night, she says, all right, I'll try it. Beautiful shot off glass.
Maybe it was on 3.
Vanderkroll to make it a three-point play. No. Rimmed out. 3-point game.
And that's a big one, keeping it just one possession.
90 back the other way. Blocked by Moss. Put back. Not going to go for Williams. What a play by Moss.
Yeah, great defensive awareness. Seeing the player cutting right to the basket wide open.
Brown all the way. She gets blocked. Nothing being called as we move throughout. Out of bounds Northwest ball. Take a look at the replay. This was the block by Moss. Good heads-up play by Williams to put it back. Timeout on the floor. It's just 30 seconds. But it seems like both teams almost getting a little too fast for their own good here in these last couple minutes.
Yeah, and that's what we talked about at the beginning of the game. Who's going to step up when the pressure starts to mount? This environment has already been a big thing, and we are at standing room only now as people are lined up across the railing. But this gym has just gotten louder and louder as we get closer to the finish here tonight.
It is, in fact, very loud in here, and standing room only for sure. You can see on our camera kind of shown in the huddle and whatnot, and just all across the arena, almost every seat taken up, and yeah, you have to stand if you came early or came late, as the boys game is about to get going here in just a few, probably about 20, 25 minutes, but we still got a good game left here. This one, I know a lot of people were thinking of the boys game, like you said, but this has just turned out to be a phenomenal basketball game.
Yeah, and it's exciting to see, a crowd like this at a girls' basketball game, and especially two teams that came in to this game not the best on paper, but have given us a very exciting matchup.
Yes.
And this is what you hope for in a rivalry contest like this. You don't want to blow out. You don't want poor basketball. It has been a solid game. There's been mistakes on both sides, but overall, it's just been back and forth action that you love to see.
Waukee lost a lot in the split of Waukee and Waukee Northwest on the girls' basketball side. Trying to take back and win their first matchup of the new rivalry on the girls' end. Both Waukee schools going to try to do that, or both Waukee boys and girls will try to do that tonight. Brown at the top of the key, 12 seconds on the shot clock. Down low, Moss, no. Good defense by Williams.
And that's one on Moss, another beautiful roll to the rim off the screen. But one dribble, get to that left side. There's no help side defense over there. Go to your dominant hand.
4 minutes to go. Northwest by 3. Williams tried to go quick back outside. This one blocked by Moss. Out of bounds. No, saved. Vanderkroll has come up big in the last couple minutes.
Great effort by both of the juniors on that play.
That ball's on the ground, and that should be Waukee ball, and it is.
Speaking of good defense by the junior, Kirsten Hauk getting it done on both sides of the ball tonight.
I mean, she is just growing every single game. You can see the improvement. And it's showing up here. 47-44. Closing in on 3.5 to go. Hauk to the basket. Left hand. Can't get it to go, but she will go to the line, and that is Brown's fourth. Keep an eye on that one.
I think it's late enough in the game we won't see her come off of the floor.
No.
But when she's been, kind of their number one option offensively at times, because we saw Sadie Moss have that big run in the second quarter. Third quarter, it was Kayla Madison. But Brown has been consistent throughout this game, putting up points in every quarter.
Hauk has remained the only scorer this quarter for Waukee. Her three-pointer just a couple minutes ago is all that the Warriors have scored. She'll try her second one from the line. Making her first, she hits both. 23 points tonight for Kirsten Hauk, and the lead is 1 for Northwest with under 3.5 to go. Whatever you got left in the tank, it's time to empty it. It's crunch time here in Northwest Gymnasium. Brown, down low to Moss. That one knocked away by Williams. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Brown, quick step to the basket. No, Hope with the rebound.
And a foul could have gone either way there. A little bit of holding, a little bit of a push-off. A good decision just to let him play through it.
Both teams are in the bonus. Hauk got it ripped away. Fight for the ball. Jump ball, and it will be, I don't know whose ball it's going to be.
Looks like it's going to be Northwest because, Waukee had the opportunity to take the lead at the beginning of the quarter. But really surprised they didn't call Brown on that reach-in right before.
That's what now Waukee's wondering why it's not their ball. And Northwest comes running back. Brown to Madison. Madison for three. No. Williams on the rebound.
And Waukee's bench can be upset, but the scoreboard might be wrong.
Sure. Yeah,
but they had the ball to open up the quarter.
The scoreboard doesn't even tell us the possession. Usually it's by the period number, but will not show. Hope, dangerous pass to Peters. She got bumped. She goes back down low to Hope off the glass. She'll go to the line. Nice little pick and go there almost. It's a dangerous pass this late in the game, but it just so happened to work. Moss now has 3 fouls. And Sophia Hope, the Valley transfer, will try to tie it and or take the lead.
And Hope doing a good job on that one too, is seeing that her teammate got buried underneath, able to cut in and help her out.
We're tied. And we will remain tied.
They really just don't want to give Waukee the lead back.
Moss back the other way. 2:15 to go here in this one. Northwest with 2 timeouts. Waukee with 2 timeouts remaining. Vanderkroll back up top to Brown. Brown with 4 fouls. She goes to the lane. Right hand, no.
Got a little too buried on that one on the side, and that's a tough shot and not a smart decision there from the freshman.
Hauk. She's been on fire this quarter. She kicks to the corner. Gentry Williams for 3. No. Rebound by Knighty. Hauk for 2. Yes!
Waukee's first lead since the first quarter.
Timeout, Coach Guess and Northwest. We're coming down to it here at Northwest High School, 49-47. They will take a full timeout. We'll take one with them. Waukee leads over Northwest. We'll be right back on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Blake Walker, Tyler French with you here this evening. Waukee leads by 2 thanks to a Kirsten Hauk floating 2-pointer. And it's their first lead since the first quarter.
And we've been talking all night about how dominant Northwest has been on the boards. The one time that Moss gets pulled out and the beautiful cut in and rebound by Knighty helping set up that basket.
Hauk has 25 points for Waukee, and Northwest trails by 2. Can they tie it back up? They haven't been down in a while. We'll see how they play it.
And outside of the blowout against Johnson, they haven't played from behind much at all this season. After that Valley game, they had the lead from midway through the second quarter.
That was a 36-33 victory for Waukee Northwest. That tells you about their defense. A foul on Sophia Hope. That's her fourth, so Moss will go to the line. And if Hope has to go out because of a foul or a foul out, that could really hurt Waukee because she's been the main factor on defense to guard Moss. Free throw on the 1-on-1 is good.
And that's a big shot right there. Obviously, not just to get the point, but to get to that second free throw, at least give you an opportunity at the tie. And, you know, we haven't seen much of Maureen Zalo here in the second half as they've gone to 90 with a little bit more experience. And she's played well out there. A couple big shots she's hit, and that rebound was killer for Northwest.
Both free throws go. 1:20 left. Hope across the timeline. Back to Kirsten Howe. How do you play with this with the shot clock? 90 for three, misses long.
Not that. That's a quick shot that you're rushed a little bit. You want to work the clock a little bit, get your best potential shot. And now they got a mismatch right here.
Yeah, Hauk is on Moss. They're battling tough down low. Hauk has to be careful with a couple fouls of her own. Vanderkroll tries to get it down low. Moss, no. Peters rips away the rebound. 44 seconds to go.
And Moss got a good look, but just couldn't finish with the pressure right in her face.
Boy, I tell you what, the hands-to-hand defense down low. They could have gotten both players for hook and holds. We're going to take a full timeout, catch our breath. We'll be back for the finish. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Blake Walker, Tyler French with you to wrap this one up. 40 seconds left, tied 49 apiece. Waukee and Waukee Northwest. The Warriors lost last year's matchup. They want their first win in the series. Northwest trying to start the series 2-0 all time. Tyler, what an unbelievable game this has been.
Yeah, and Northwest blew a great opportunity in that last possession. It was great help side defense coming over from Miranda Peters, got in the face of Sadie Moss and did not allow her to finish easy down low.
Yeah. So, here's how we stand. 49-49, Northwest with 9 fouls, Waukee with 8. They are both in the bonus. Hauk has it, 38 seconds to go, 26 seconds. 10 seconds separate shot clock and game clock. Hauk down to Hope, and a foul on the floor, and is that on Brown?
Yes,
it is. Ashley Brown is done.
And honestly, it could have been a lot worse because I think Hope would have had an easy basket. Now you at least make her earn it from the free throw line.
Well, and Gentry Williams was wide open on the back door if Hope turned around. And Hope will go to the line for a 1-and-1, and Ashley Brown is done. Nira Barnes will check in. And now Hope will get 2 shots because that was the 10th foul. So double bonus here for Waukee. You can breathe just a little bit. Rims out on her first.
And that's big right now because Northwest can hold for the final shot. And if it's a 1-point deficit, you have able to go to your bag of tricks for anything and an opportunity to go after the win.
Hope hits it. That's her second free throw of the quarter. Shot clock is dead, 27 seconds. Madison. Over to the corner. That's Lawns. 18 seconds. Vanderkroll. Back up to Madison. Probably going to try a drive at the basket. Madison all the way. No, but a foul. And she will go to the line.
And Waukee wanted a foul, but it was a major flop by 90. And honestly, I think that just hurt their defense because her going to the ground made it 4-on-5. And if Madison can knock down both these free throws.
First one rattles in. Madison, who had 12 in the third quarter, sinks her first of the fourth quarter. I don't know if Franklin wanted a timeout or not, but both teams do have one timeout left. Madison's second free throw is good. To the lead goes Waukee Northwest. Timeout on the floor. It will be a full timeout. We'll take one more break. Northwest leads 51-50. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas at Urbandale, just west of Homeacres.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. This is it, 10 seconds left. Waukee and Waukee Northwest, the Civil War, the girls' side matchup. Northwest leads by 1. Warriors have one more chance to go down and try to win the ball game. An incredible back and forth game we have seen so far is, of course, going to come down to the wire. Ashley Brown, one of the top scorers for Waukee Northwest, is out. She's on the bench with 5 fouls. Northwest will pressure with the full court press. They get it in. Brown, 8 seconds. Hope all the way, 5 seconds. They go up to Hauk. She gets pushed. Hauk's on the floor. Madison picks it up, and that will do it. Waukee Northwest defeats Waukee 51-50.
And honestly, I think it was a good no call. There was a little bit of contact, but she kind of came off balance when she went to pick up that ball.
A big no call to end it, and the Wolves survive a chance by Waukee, and they defeat the Warriors for the second straight year. We are going to take a break. We'll be back to wrap up everything we've seen. Waukee Northwest defeats Waukee 51-50. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of Central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Our year-end sales event is going on now at DeArmond Ford, Indianola.
Find out why more people are coming to DeArmond Ford, Indianola to buy their new Fords and certified pre-owned vehicles.
Come see the newest state-of-the-art dealership in the area. Every new Ford and pre-owned used is clearly tagged with one low price. Experience the DeArmond difference.
DeArmond Ford, Indianola, DeArmondFord.com.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand, custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Wrapping it up here on the girls' side. Waukee Northwest defeats Waukee 51-50. Will be talked about as a controversial ending on a no call, but nonetheless, Tyler, what an incredible game. Two phenomenal programs, and the game lives up to the hype.
Yeah, and this is exactly the type of game you want from a rivalry like this that's starting to bud in its second year. We're going to see these two teams play again in the second half of this year, and it's going to be really exciting to see if there's any animosity between the two after the no call. But overall, just a great way to start off this doubleheader.
Kirsten Hauk leads all scorers with 24. Sadie Moss with 17, and Kiela Madison with 16, the leading scorers for Waukee Northwest. That will do it for us here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. We will take a break and be back in about 15 to 20 minutes for the highly anticipated boys matchup. Waukee Northwest defeats Waukee 51-50. We'll be back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore. 109th and Douglas at Urbandale, just west of Homeacres.
Our year-end sales event is going on now at DeArmond Automotive, Knoxville.
With over 60 new vehicles in stock on the ground, you can take delivery now.
Every new Chevy, Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, and all DeArmond certified used vehicles are tagged with one low sale price.
DeArmond Automotive Knoxville, DeArmondAuto.com.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
I'm off to college. Oh, rats!
Hi, Joe the Car Guy with a reminder. Before you send your kids off to school, set up an appointment with Westside Auto. We check everything from tires to belts, fluids, hoses, wipers, and lights. 44 inspection points to help prevent that oh rats moment for your students. Call us today to set up your appointment. We'll have your kids off to school saying,
For the best, head west.
Westside Auto.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore. 109th and Douglas in Urbandale, just west of home.
75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Our year-end sales event is going on now at DeArmond Ford, Indianola.
Find out why more people are coming to DeArmond Ford, Indianola to buy their new Fords and certified pre-owned vehicles.
Come see the newest state-of-the-art dealership in the area. Every new Ford and pre-owned used is clearly tagged with one low price. Experience the DeArmond difference.
DeArmond Ford, Indianola, DeArmondFord.com.
Western lets your UTV.com.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Do you know what the best part about being a dog is? You can hear disaster before it even happens. You know what they say about disaster? Sometimes it can inspire a symphony. An honest day's work deserves an honest day's treat.
No extra charge.
And that is why we choose Honest Wrenches. No extra charge. And it's how service should be.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore. 109th and Douglas in Urbandale, just west of Homeacres.
Our year-end sales event is going on now at DeArmond Ford, Indianola.
Find out why more people are coming to DeArmond Ford, Indianola to buy their new Fords and certified pre-owned vehicles.
Come see the newest state-of-the-art dealership in the area. Every new Ford and pre-owned used is clearly tagged with one low price. Experience the DeArmond difference.
DeArmond Ford, Indianola, DeArmondFord.com.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome in to the second ever installment of the Civil War. It's the crosstown rivalry, the #1 ranked Waukee Warriors against the #2 Waukee Northwest Wolves. Hello, everyone. Blake Walker along with my partner Tyler French. We have got one of the most anticipated games in recent memory here in the state of Iowa on tap tonight. For Waukee, it's Omaha Blue, the number 9th ranked recruit in the 2023 recruiting class. He's headed to Iowa State next year. On the other side, the number 90th ranked recruit in the state, or in the United States, ESPN Class Top 100, in Bryce Sanford, who next season is committed to go play for Fran McCaffrey and the Iowa Hawkeyes. Tyler, this game has been circled on everyone's calendars since the schedules came out months ago. The crowd says that because there is standing room only in this arena. Everybody's standing around to watch two of the best players in the state and to watch two of the best teams in the state.
Yeah, and one of the big things, too, is that Omaha Blue was a teammate of Bryce Sanford's 2 years ago, and they were the third or fourth options offensively for that Waukee team when you had Peyton Sanford and Tucker DeVries. And it was a great learning experience for both of those guys. Now they have become the guy at their schools. Northwest coming off that state tournament appearance, losing to Cedar Rapids Kennedy in the first round. They've got a lot to play for this year. And one of the big things is both these teams have guys around them that can score, defend, and do what they need to help these two teams succeed in the ways that they need to.
Waukee is 3-0, wins over Ankeny, Southeast Polk, and Linn-Mar. Waukee Northwest is 2-0, wins over Johnston and Valley. And while we don't quite have our official Iowa High School Athletic Association polls, it is safe to say this is the number 1 versus number 2 team in the state of Iowa. And a lot of people have pretty much picked this to possibly be the state title game. But what separates these two teams, despite having two of the top scorers, what deep down changes when you get on the court and separates these two teams?
Well, I think what I just mentioned, each team has 2 or 3 guys around them that can play off them, shoot, defend. For Northwest, Cade Kelderman and Henry Manning were huge parts of their team a year ago. Both of them kind of need to step up a little bit this year. Their shooting percentages are off a cliff right now. Henry started to turn around a little bit, hitting 2 threes against Valley on Friday night. On the other side, you've got Mason Costello, Vance Pfeiffer, and Cade Littlefield that can step up and be that number 2 guy to Omaha any given night. And I think that's the big thing is that, you look at Indianola, they got Drew Kingery. Do they have those number 2, number 3 options that can go out and give you 15 or 20 a night, any given night?
It's going to be something to watch for. Just a couple more minutes till tip-off, and we'll get you there when it happens. It's the Civil War, Waukee and Waukee Northwest, coming up on the Central Iowa Sports Network.
75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the whole difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Our year-end sales event is going on now at DeArmond Ford, Indianola.
Find out why more people are coming to DeArmond Ford, Indianola to buy their new Fords and certified pre-owned vehicles.
Come see the newest state-of-the-art dealership in the area. Every new Ford and pre-owned used is clearly tagged with one low price. Experience the DeArmond difference.
DeArmond Ford, Indianola, DeArmondFord.com.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Blake Walker, Tyler French with you here this evening. There he is, Omaha Baloo, the senior, coming off his prep school year down in Missouri. Played for Waukee 2 years ago, obviously on the state championship team. He wants another ring to add to his collection. Tyler, just talk about Omaha for a second. I don't think we've seen anyone like him in the state of Iowa, personally. We've seen a couple players come close, but the size, the athleticism, there is a reason he's ranked 9th in the class. He is just special.
And one of the big things, too, the intelligence. You saw it as a sophomore 2 years ago, last time we saw him in the state, that he plays with a level of swagger, but also he's intelligent. And he has great defensive awareness. And what we've seen growth from has been on the offensive end. He was already a great defender 2 years ago. It's been the ability to not only step outside and shoot a little bit, dominate on the block. It's the growth as a facilitator, as a go-to guy offensively.
He's going to be a future Cyclone, and there's the future Hawkeye shooting free throws. Price Sanford, younger brother of Peyton Sanford, who is currently at Madison Square Garden as we speak, playing for the Iowa Hawkeyes. Price, a lot of his brother in him, but he's also a separate kind. He's a heck of a rebounder, that's for sure, and he just knows how to score the basket. Talk about what you've seen from him.
Price's growth has been amazing, even just from his sophomore to junior year. Went from, that year, the 4th option offensively. You knew he could shoot, but the fact that he could go and become not just the number 1 guy offensively, but he was the only big they started. Grant Tigas at 6'3", 6'4", played big, but your actual legitimate size and defense was almost 100% relying on Price, and the ability to not just be your number 1 scorer, your best defender, but to be a leader on this team and do everything right as a role model as well. And I'm just really excited to see what we continue to see from him. You mentioned his rebounding. His defense is absolutely incredible, averaging about 5 blocks a game right now.
He's unbelievable, jack of all trades on both sides of the court. Going to be a fun one here at Northwest Gymnasium. We're going to send it down to our PA announcer for our pregame festivities, starting lineups and such. We'll meet you back here for the opening tip-off.
CIML boys basketball game between your Waukee Warriors and your Northwest Wolves. Northwest High School and the CIML are committed to maintain the highest level of sportsmanship in all athletic events. To achieve this goal, we ask the fans from both schools to treat players, coaches, and officials with respect. And secondly, for each of us to be courteous and considerate of our neighbors in the stands by what we do and say. Let's meet the cheerleaders from both teams. Please welcome from Waukee High School, Anaya Steen, Avery Jones, Lucy Jackson, Ava Talents, Madeline Bart, and Hope Marteau. And for your Northwest Wolves, Sarah Ambergo, Liz Posato, Ayana Cross, Haley Winnicky, Lauren Dunn, Grace Taylor, and Karen Giesman. Tonight's game officials is signed by the CIML are Mr. Travis Carell, Mr. Tyler Eason, and Mr. Joe Townsend. And now, fans, let's meet the starting lineups first. For the Waukee Warriors, a 6'8" senior, number 0.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the second ever installment of the Civil War. Waukee Northwest, crosstown rivals. Number 1 versus number 2. Tyler, it does not get any better than this.
Yeah, and it's going to be kind of crazy. One of the things that Waukee really has going for them that Northwest struggles with is size. Obviously, you know about Omaha Blue, but Vance Piper at 6'9", and then even when you have Mason Costello at 6'4", that's a lot of size against a team that starts essentially 3 guards in Kelderman, Coase, and Manning.
It is standing room only. In my time of calling high school sports, which has only been for about 5-6 years, I have never seen a gymnasium this packed. Packed to the brim, watching the top recruits in the state of Iowa and the number 1 and number 2 teams in the state of Iowa as well. Northwest, white with blue trim. Waukee, purple with yellow trim. We're off and running in the Civil War.
And you can tell they're going to match Sanford up against Ballou. So we'll see if that defense is going to hold tough like we've seen from him all year.
Randall at the top of the key gives it to Ballou. Ballou guarded by Sanford. Omaha all the way. Up for 2. No. Put back goes. Tried to dunk it. Couldn't quite get the dunk. It went back in off the bounce back.
And it's not just the athleticism, obviously, with him. It's that quick second jump. He's able to land and spring back up top without much effort at all.
Far corner, driving baseline, floating 2 is good. Andrew Cozy.
And Coase has kind of come out of nowhere this year. Dropped 18 points in their win against Johnston. Hit a couple big threes down the stretch against Valley. And he's been a really nice addition to the starting lineup.
Again, a lot of scores on the floor, like you said, besides Ballou and Sanford. Omaha tries his luck for 3, and it goes.
And that's the thing that I think really makes Omaha special. He not only has the size, the athleticism, defense, but he can step outside and shoot. He was shooting about 45% his sophomore year again for Waukee.
Now against Southeast Polk, he was very cold from outside of the rim. 2-pointer, no. Rebound by Natish won't go. Omaha Ballou on the glass. Natish, size-wise, is the one going to guard Vance Piper. Piper goes to the basket and guarded closely. Has to get rid of it.
And Natish not a great player offensively. He also can step outside and shoot a little bit. But his defense and rebounding have been really strong this year.
Ballou gets it knocked away by Bryce Sanford. That will be a fun battle all night long. 5-2 lead for Waukee. Kelderman walks it up. They'll hand off to Sanford. He'll stop and fire a 3, and it goes.
These two are just going to be going at each other all night long. And I really think it's going to be who else can step up for either team. I mentioned it during pregame. Those number 2 scorers, who can really step up and provide that Robin to the Batman?
And both Sanford and Ballou have such the high ability to take over games when it counts. Foul on the floor, and that will be sending Mason Costello, the junior, to the line. I can tell you the growth in Mason Costello and Cooper Randall day and night from last year, and the growth that this Waukee team in general, even if they weren't going to have Ballou this year, still we're going to bring quite a bunch to the floor.
Yeah, even just bringing back Cade Littlefield and Vance Piper, you knew Waukee was going to be a good team, but as soon as Omaha Ballou announced he was coming back, you now circled this team as a potential state title favorite.
Went from about a 9th-ranked team to, let's put him at the top. Costello splits at the free throw line, and the lead is now a tie for Northwest.
And if either of these teams are going to make a run at the state championship, it's really got to be this year. With the graduating classes from both these schools that are leaving at the end of this year, your opportunity is never going to be better than you're going to have this season.
Coase at the top of the key. He'll hand right back off to Henry Manning. Manning, a heck of a golfer for Northwest. He'll step up and go right to the corner. 3-pointer. Yes! Andrew Coase again.
A lot more confidence for Coase this year, and you love to see that he's been able to join the starting lineup, replace, the loss of a couple of players, Carter Van Horn not coming back out this year, the graduation of Cade Rounds, and no Grant Tigas in the lineup due to injury.
Ballou gets it knocked away, and he's going to be drawn on the foul because he reached around and tried to grab Cade Kelderman. So a couple mishappens here by Omaha Ballou. He's lost 2 so far.
And I think one of the big things is Northwest with Price Sanford, one of the few teams that has a player that can guard him one-on-one. It gives you a little bit more opportunity to get a little bit of help side defense there because he's not going to be expecting it as much.
Kelderman down low, gets caught up, has to get rid of it. He does. Manning fires a long three and bounces off front iron. Rebound taken away. Here comes Costello back the other way. Driving in, a foul, charge. Costello went his head down, shoulder in. Ref saw enough. It's going back Northwest way.
Definitely a little bit of acting there on Coes as well. Not much contact, but enough to draw the charge.
Take a look at the replay coming right at our camera. Wild, wild basketball. Early. Northwest leads. 4.5 to go here in the first quarter. Kelderman drives. Gets it knocked up by Natish. He gets up for two. Can't get it. They'll fight for it. Natish tries again and puts it in off the glass.
Mentioned before, Natish not necessarily the strongest offensive player, but he's going to hit the boards hard. He's going to defend well, and he's grown so much from his freshman year.
How about the start by Northwest? 10-6 advantage. Here with 4 minutes to go. Littlefield, baseline, turns, fires. Yes.
And Cade Littlefield's a player that really came into his own last year after the graduation of Sanford and DeVries and the split of the two schools. He really had the ball in his hands a lot last year as the team's point guard.
He's a heck of a playmaker. Last year's game between these two teams went to overtime. It was Northwest who got the victory. Turnaround. That was almost blocked by Piper, but it still goes in for Kelderman.
Kelderman at 6 foot is a smaller on the guard side, but he's a guy that is going to play bigger, and he's very strong when he gets into the post.
Costello fires a three. That rims out. Piper tries to go up over top of Natish. It won't go.
A good decision there by Natish just to tip it over to his teammate versus trying to grab that in. Otherwise, it might have gotten knocked away.
Sanford got free for a second. Kicks open. Kelderman wide open for three. Rattles in.
Kelderman's starting to feel it a little bit, which is exactly what you need to have happen after his slow start to the season.
15-8. Northwest on a fiery start. Ballou, baseline, loses it on the way, and there's a charge.
And that's 2 fouls now on Omaha Ballou. They had stopped playing through him a little bit after those 2 turnovers, and now with 2 fouls, we'll see if he gets checked out.
Timeout on the floor. Full timeout. We'll take a break with them. Northwest leads 15-8 over Waukee. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Do you know what the best part about being a dog is? You can hear disaster before it even happens. You know what they say about disaster? Sometimes it can inspire a symphony. An honest day's work deserves an honest day's treat.
No extra charge.
And that is why we choose Honest Wrenches. No extra charge, and it's how service should be.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Blake Walker, Tyler French with you here. Take a look at the replay on that last big three-pointer by Cade Kelderman. And I tell you what, it's like you said, anybody but Sanford scoring, Northwest could be in good position tonight.
Yeah, as soon as that double team flowed over with him, made the decision, and you could tell he wanted to put the shot up, but noticed the 2 hands in his face, saw Kelderman was open, and that the help side defense was going to be slow in rotation, had to get him the ball, and Kelderman was able to put it home.
Omaha Ballou is on the bench. He's got 2 fouls. I do not think we will see him until the second quarter. 3 fouls for Waukee, just 1 for Northwest. 2:43 to go here in the first quarter. Sanford, guarded closely by Rogers. He'll go all the way, caught up. He'll go to the far corner. Now Waukee still has size on the floor with Vance Piper. That'll be something to keep an eye out on. This is pretty much the lineup they would have if Ballou wasn't even here. That floater awkwardly won't go. Natish fights for the rebound. Everybody's on the floor for it. It's taken back away by Jaden Rogers.
And one of the things that might play against Northwest, they don't go very deep on their bench, really only going 2 deep at times with Sam Johnson and Chase Lamb. But we'll see if they start to tire out in a high-entertained game like this.
Rogers for 3. How about the boards by Owen Shipper, the junior? Owen was huge in the win against Southeast Polk. The junior has come into his own. Had a pretty quiet year last year. Didn't see a lot of playing time. Sanford gets it knocked away from behind. Pfeiffer will run the floor. One-on-one. He'll go floating into the lane for two.
Offense flowing now a little bit without Blue on the floor. They've gotten a couple of baskets now to cut this lead down to just two.
Natish back to the top of the key to Kelderman. He'll get a screen and try to work his way around. Sanford's been covered up pretty well so far. Manning, baseline, beautiful pass to Natish. Foul and one!
Great job to absorb the contact, go up strong, and be able to finish through it.
Natish
Sankaranthi.
You want to say that 3 times fast?
Sankaranthi.
Sankaranthi. Natish Sankaranthi to the line to shoot one to make it a 3-point play. That is why we've been saying Natish, as Sankaranthi is quite the last name. His free throw attempt is good. Tied for leader of all scorers at 5.
Here, it'll get a little bit easier now with Lamb coming off the bench.
Chase Lamb, a junior.
Lamb, a huge part of the football team for Northwest. They got all the way to the state quarterfinals this year.
And besides Sam Johnson, that's pretty much all Waukee Northwest goes in terms of depth, like you said. Evan Jacobson on the floor for Waukee. That one's knocked away. And here come the Wolves.
Yeah, one side only goes 2 deep on their bench, and we already have 4 bench players off the other side on the floor right now for Waukee.
38 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Entertaining first quarter. Kelderman, baseline, doubled quick. He'll turn around, go back outside. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Manning spins, high off the glass, no. But the ball never touched the clock. And yeah, I was going to say, the ball never touched the rim and the shot clock reset. So this should be Waukee ball. Kanaski got talked to because Kanaski went crazy on the sideline to reset the clock, or the clock never should have been reset. And it should be Waukee ball. That ball, it hit the side of the backboard, and then the shot clock reset. So this should be an easy call.
Yeah, an opportunity now for Waukee. Hold for the final shot, potentially cut this back down to 1 possession going into the second. They might be adding some time back onto the clock as well.
I was going to say, I'd say maybe 20 seconds if I had to guess. Keyshawn Moore, junior, in the ballgame as well for Waukee. He's big last year. Waukee had pretty much a different starting lineup every single game last year. Coach Kanaski really changed a lot around. It was a team that could pretty much had a chance to win almost every game they played in, but just kind of inexperience cost them sometimes, and then just not quite there, but made it to the regional final with the chance at the state tournament. They'll reset the clock to 19 seconds. Northwest by 5. Moore slows it down. Littlefield wide open for 3. Rims out. Rebound by Jacobson. Foul on the floor.
And a great shot from Littlefield coming off that screen. Just didn't get his feet set quite enough, I don't think.
They'll throw in underneath. Evan Jacobson. Big family for him. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Jacobson under the basket. They will back up top. Do not get a shot off. That will do it for the end of the first quarter. Northwest leads 18-13 over Waukee. We'll take a break. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. See the Waukee Northwest students section chowing down on some pizza. Northwest leads 18-13. I said I wanted to talk about Evan Jacobson, just a freshman for Waukee. Talented family. His brother Michael played at Nebraska and Iowa State. Then his sister Riley played at North Dakota and Western Michigan. He, as some think on that coaching staff for Waukee, could be a huge part of the Warriors' future. Sanford tries to go baseline and gets put to the floor. Here comes Waukee back the other way. Sanford's still down. He's going to hop back up and limp back. Costello hands over to Pfeiffer, and Pfeiffer gets fouled. And Sanford will limp to the sideline and will come out of the game.
And that's definitely not a great sign. Losing Sanford for any period of time, while Ballou's on the floor especially, is going to be a tough thing to overcome.
Coach Watson of Waukee Northwest, formerly a coach at Indianola, had a couple talented players and teams at Indianola, part of the Little Hawkeye Conference. Costello fires a long two, will not go.
Little Hawkeye Conference, a very big basketball powerhouse at the 3A level.
My alumni, Grinnell.
My alumni, Norwalk.
There you go. Fun conference, underrated conference. A lot of those teams continuing to grow. Could see spots in the CIML as the years goes on. Kelderman at the block. Will fade and put it in. How about Cade Kelderman?
And that shot has really grown for Kelderman over the last year or so. Being able to kind of go to that left-handed Dirk fadeaway has really become a strength of his from that high post.
2013, Northwest on top of Waukee. Long three for Cooper Randall. He misses. The Warriors cannot buy a bucket. I think Sanford, I tried to look over there. I don't see him. I think he's being tended to back behind the bench. Kelderman again. Cannot be stopped.
And I think this is the exact type of thing that Cade Kelderman needed to really get going this season. Struggled in that first game with the shot against Johnston and had some great moments against Valley, but his shot has not been falling to start this year.
9-point lead, a dominant showing so far. Ballou for three. That won't go. Pfeiffer can't grab the rebound. Taken back away by Chase Lamb.
And Chase Lamb, not a guy that's really going to score at all for you outside of maybe a couple free throws here and there. He's not going to look to take a lot of shots, but he's going to come in, do the dirty work, very similar to what Grant Tigas does for this team as well when he's healthy.
That one ripped away. Here comes Ballou. One-on-one the other way. Slams it home.
And they called in a reach-in foul on the shot attempt against Coes as well.
So an and one for Omaha Ballou. Take a look at the replay. Boy, when he's one-on-one in transition, you best look out. Much needed pick-me-up basket for Waukee, and Ballou will go to the line. Not a bad free throw shooter. See if I can see Sanford. I do not see him on the bench, so we'll keep an eye out for that storyline.
And the first points for Ballou since the opening minutes of the game when he scored the first 5 for Waukee.
Ballou splashes home his free throw. He's got 8. The lead is 6 for Northwest. Both teams down with 4 fouls. Kelderman down low on the block. They go backdoor to Lamb. Lamb traveled. He was going to have 3 Warriors breathing down his neck even if that shot did get up.
Yeah, if not for the whistle, I think he would have gone up and that would have been ripped away from behind by Omaha.
Now with Ballou, the way he blocks his shots, a lot could be borderline goaltending. We saw that at Southeast Polk in our game last Friday, but block shots, especially with his height and transition. Ballou calls for it down low, and we got a foul on Kelderman.
Yeah, 8-inch height advantage there for Omaha. And that's the big thing. Without Sanford in the game, not only are you missing your number one option offensively, you're missing your guy that has the size to battle with Omaha.
Blue has it over top. He'll hand off to Costello. Randall from deep. Yes!
Big shot there for Cooper Randall.
His first basket of the game brings Waukee back within 3. Now the Warriors starting to figure things out. Kelderman caught up, has to go right back to him. Under 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Reach-in foul on Cooper Randall.
And honestly, without Sanford out there, I'm face guarding Cade Kelderman. I'm making someone else beat me. And really the only other major threat offensively you have out there is Henry Manning. And he's not even a guy that a lot of times is going to beat someone off the dribble. A spot-up shooter who can occasionally attack as well.
Full time out on the floor. We'll take one with them. Northwest leads 22-19. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Our year-end sales event is going on now at DeArmond Ford, Indianola.
Find out why more people are coming to DeArmond Ford, Indianola to buy their new Fords and certified pre-owned vehicles.
Come see the newest state-of-the-art dealership in the area. Every new Ford and pre-owned used is clearly tagged with one low price. Experience the DeArmond difference.
DeArmond Ford, Indianola, DeArmondFord.com.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Northwest leads Waukee 22-19 here in the second quarter with 4:53 remaining, and a big cheer from the crowd as Bryce Sanford has run back out onto the floor.
Yeah, there's still a little bit of a limp, but I think it was going to have to be a broken leg or something that was going to keep him out of this game.
Yeah, I mean, he's limping, but the future Hawkeye is tough. And I thought he was going to check in, but they're going to wait just a second. He does have a heavy limp, but like you said, it's going to take a lot to keep him out of a game like this.
And even if he's at 80%, he's going to be able to be extremely helpful. And yeah, they're going to put Omaha now on Cade, make life very tough for him. Looking actually to a 2-3 zone now.
And there is a push down low and a charge. Chase Lamb kind of leaned in, and then he was along for the ride. Sanford will check back in.
And we'll see what he can contribute out there. He is going to match up with Omaha. But if I'm Waukee, I'm immediately going after that.
I think Blue, that's what he's talking. He's yelling to Coach Kanaski, trying to get him. But once you kind of get going in rhythm, you never know. Blue.
Especially with this type of environment, those adrenaline and endorphins start working in. He's not going to feel any pain here in a couple minutes.
I agree. Blue for 3. No. Rebound taken back. Here comes Kelderman. 3-point lead for the Wolves with 4:09 remaining here in the second quarter. Manning, baseline, long pass, knocked out of bounds by Omaha Blue.
I'll tell you this much, even if Bryce Sanford is relegated to being a spot-up shooter, you're not going to find much better spot-up shooters in the state of Iowa.
Had that nice fading 3 there early. That's his only points. Blue's got to be careful. He only has 2 fouls right now, but he's tried to stay pretty consistent here. Sanford thought about shooting, backs up, fires a long 3. No, rims out, good rebound by Costello. But even that slight miscommunication, Sanford didn't even have to move.
Yeah. Rogers doing a good job to be up in his grill without fouling him, though.
Randall for 3, fell to the ground, no foul. They go all the way down court to Manning, high off the glass, and he gets fouled.
Omaha definitely not happy with that call.
I think they're going to get it on Randall. He was, oh no, Omaha. I thought they were going to get it on Cooper because he kept turning to Randall and said, why?
And he was surprised when he found out that it was on him, too.
Yeah.
You could see the look of surprise on his face. And now you've got a hobble star on one side and the other one going to be heading to the bench with his 3rd foul.
Kanaski's not happy. And Manning really tossed that thing up because I think he was really afraid he was going to get fouled anyway, but that was going to be close. Manning will go to the line to shoot 2, both teams with 6 fouls.
And that's what the presence of Omaha Blue does. even if he doesn't block it, he's going to alter shots. He's going to make you scared to go to the rim.
Well, Omaha Blue checks out, and Evan Jacobson checks in.
But it's something you see with great shot blockers at every level. You know, you look at a Rudy Gobert or even a Kristaps Porzingis, guys that can reject shots with the best of them. They are going to alter things. Miles Turner as well.
The lead is 5. Well, when Omaha was on the bench, Waukee was able to put together a couple more points. Rogers for 3. No. Bounces and hits the top, out of bounds.
The Northwest bench was on top of that. Literally every single member was up pointing.
I think they should. There's definitely some games where it just isn't called. And a lot of people, if it hits the top, no matter what, it is out of bounds.
I think it's way more evident now with the shot clock up there. Makes it a little bit easier to call.
Sanford, nice fake. He'll hold and go right back up top to Kelderman. Or excuse me, that's Sam Johnson. The quarterback for Northwest. Johnson, wide open for 3. Banks it in.
It might be after 8 o'clock, but the bank is open. And they gave the three-pointer to Waukee at first. But Johnson hitting that 3, that's a big break for Northwest. They've been struggling offensively outside of those 2 Kelderman baskets. They've not been able to generate anything since Price got hurt.
Pfeiffer loses it on the way, and it's out of bounds, and it is Northwest ball. Cooper Randall checks out, and in comes Keyshawn Moore, and Costello goes out. Take a look at the replay on the Sam Johnson bank shot. I tell you what, it is all Northwest here to start. Not a lot of pushback by Waukee. They've gotten it a couple times close. Sanford will check out, still with the heavy limp.
I think he's going to go back to the trainer, too.
And the trainer's pretty much all the way back in the corner, if not the locker room. So,
and honestly, with Omaha off the floor, get him as much rest as you can.
Johnson again. That time missed. Was it tipped? No, it was not. I thought maybe it was tipped, but just short. He had Vance Pfeiffer jumping over top of him. A couple more substitutions. Checking out is Rogers, and Shipper checks in. 2:16 remaining here in the first half. Waukee going to look for a late push here to close the gap before halftime. Pfeiffer double, picked off. Kelderman back the other way and fouled by Littlefield.
Honestly, a really smart foul, too, because otherwise Kelderman was going to have a wide open layup. I believe that is, I don't know if that is foul number 7.
Yeah, so bonus time now for Cade Kelderman, who currently leads all scorers with 9. The 1-and-1 is in. How about this? A 9-point lead. I don't think many people thought this was going to be the outcome. For the first half, at least, as Kelderman knocks it in. 10-point lead for Waukee Northwest.
And Northwest's lead has been almost in spite of Price being hurt.
Price has 3 points.
Yeah. Cade Kelderman has had a beautiful first half.
Keyshawn Moore can't go. 1:51 remaining here in the second quarter.
Andrew Coase has made a nice couple of plays. And now with Kelderman being a strong go-to option, they're going to try and play through him a little bit.
4-on-2, Yazzie down in low, or no, they're going to call a foul on the floor early. And that puts Waukee in the bonus. It's Manning's second foul of the ball game. Yazzie's free throw is good. Skylar Yazzie, a senior for Waukee. Try for his second. Rims out. Rebound too far to grab. Northwest ball. And it'll be 1:31 to go when they get the ball back into play.
And this is a great stretch to get Price as much rest as possible. let them sit with the trainer as long as you can, and then going into halftime, get an even longer break as well.
And it does not look like we will see Omaha Blue for the rest of this half either. So kind of a weird first half. Those Stars not really doing much. It's the other guys. Three-pointer from the corner. Rims out. Littlefield on the rebound. Good shot by Coes. Moore. Athletic point guard. They'll swing it around down low, down to Jacobson. Jacobson. Floater. Yes. That is just a taste of what Evan Jacobson is going to bring to this Waukee program over the next couple of years. Kelderman almost had Keyshawn Moore in a blender. They'll swing it back over to Coes. Coes loses it. Reach-in foul. A lot of touch fouls, I should say, so far this half.
Yeah, it's really been the exact opposite from the first half we saw during the girls' game, where there was a total of 7 fouls. Now both teams in the 1-and-1 bonus in this game.
First free throw goes for Andrew Coes. He's got 6 tonight. I don't think both teams could be looking forward to halftime more than they are right now. That one rims out. Natish went up to almost get it. The lead is 8. A Warrior bucket here could really give them a little bit of momentum going into the locker room.
And they're able to hold basically for the final shot, about a second difference between the clocks.
Moore all the way, off the glass and good. A lot of different scores tonight for the Warriors. That one knocked away. Yazzie back up for 2. Foul. Northwest wanted a charge, but just like that, the Warriors get a little easy off the inbound, and the Yazzie will go to the line.
Yeah, Sakaranthi really should have come to help Kelderman out, getting face guarded like that. And the big thing, that's, I believe, 3 now on Andrew Coes as well, who's kind of been that number 2 guy behind Kelderman tonight with Sanford on the bench.
Yazzie misses his first.
And the crowd wanted a charge, but he got in there too late to be able to get that call. And I think this is the first time we've seen Spencer Neiman at all this season.
Yes. He has had no stats recorded. Yazzie 6 is second. 9 seconds to go. Neiman is a senior. Seven seconds. Kelderman, the length of the floor. Floater, high off the glass. It goes. And that will do it for the end of a wild first half. Northwest leads 32-25 is your score. We're headed to the halftime break. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
For 75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of Central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more Central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Our year-end sales event is going on now at DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Find out why more people are coming to DeArmond Ford Indianola to buy their new Fords and certified pre-owned vehicles.
Come see the newest state-of-the-art dealership in the area. Every new Ford and pre-owned used is clearly tagged with one low price. Experience the DeArmond difference.
DeArmond Ford Indianola, DeArmondFord.com.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Waukee Northwest on top of Waukee at the end of the first half, 32-25. Blake Walker, along with Joe Siegrist, former Valley head coach. Coach, thanks for coming back with us here in this second game. So you're at Norwalk now. You're teaching. Tell us what you're teaching over there at Norwalk.
I'm teaching 6th grade science. So spent 18 years teaching Algebra 2 at the high school level, and now I'm trying the middle school.
Is that an easier transition to move down from high schoolers down to middle schoolers?
Oh, maybe in some respects, but not others. They're a little different age, a little different energy.
You're helping out with the Norwalk basketball team. You got a big win against Winterset the other night. Congratulations.
Thanks.
What's it like working with girls for so long, and now you switch over to the boys' side, and Norwalk, Little Hawkeye Conference team, that's a tough conference. I come from that conference. Talk about what it's like coaching for them.
It's another great conference, the Little Hawkeye. It's a grind every night. We actually beat Winterset in overtime last night. The kids fought really hard. I really enjoy it, you know. My son's a sophomore. Just a great group of kids, great group of coaches. Coach Pelzer invited me on his staff, and I was real fortunate he did so. I actually got my start coaching boys in Rio Rico, Arizona about 13 years ago. So done both. Awesome 10 years at Valley, and now I'm just excited to be with my boys.
Norwalk has a history the last couple of years. Coach Larson was one of the best to ever do it. Bowen Bourne, one of the best to ever do it. What's it like to be in a program like Norwalk that overall sports-wise very talented?
Oh, yeah. There's just, like I said, a lot of great coaches. Coach Pelzer learned from Coach Larson. I think he was on his staff for 18 years or so. So just really committed to defending. Core values are very important to them. It's just a great group of guys, great group of kids.
Been able to spend a little bit more time with your family. What have you guys been up to? Any good vacations lately?
No. You know, looking forward to the holidays. You know, just a little more relaxing. It's just nice focusing on the family and being able to do a lot with them. This transition's been a lot easier that way.
When you're not coaching or helping coach, how much basketball do you watch outside at the high school level?
Oh, I love watching basketball. A lot of my buddies are coaches. We'll talk with men's game, college game on. Caitlin Clark, still amazing to watch. Coached against her 9 times in high school, and she just keeps getting better and better. She's one of the best players in the country, man or woman. So, just learn a lot from all these different teams and coaches.
Talk about the growth from when you started at Valley to now. Girls basketball has grown significantly with Caitlin Clark, and we're seeing all these stars start to rise up. Hannah Stolke from Cedar Rapids, Washington, all these girls, the Jones girls. How has it changed in your time at Valley to now that you've seen the growth of girls basketball here in the state of Iowa especially?
Yeah, they're just playing year-round. You know, they're playing summer ball. They're going to Florida, Arizona, California to play in big profile tournaments. But the coaching here at the high school level in Central Iowa is unparalleled, in my opinion, on the boys and girls side. You look around this place tonight, there's got to be 4,000 or 5,000 people here, standing room only. The people are just really committed to the high school game here, and the kids are awesome.
Last question for you. Do you think we will ever see you back at a head coaching job here in the state of Iowa?
Oh, yeah. It's very possible. I'm enjoying what I'm doing right now with my family and in Norwalk where we live. But I also love being a head coach too. But I'm having a blast being an assistant right now too.
Awesome. Coach, we appreciate your time.
Thanks, Blake.
We're going to take a break, and we'll be back. Waukee Northwest leads 32-25 at halftime. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network. Thank you, Coach.
When you need to conquer the drifts on your property, get the job done your way. The Western Defender Compact Snowplow. All the professional-grade features in just the right size for your mid-sized pickup or SUV. Easy to attach and easy to use. Get the performance to plow like this and finish like this. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
I'm off to college. Oh, rats!
Hi, Joe the Car Guy with a reminder. Before you send your kids off to school, set up an appointment with Westside Auto. We check everything from tires to belts, fluids, hoses, wipers, and lights. 44 inspection points to help prevent that "oh rats" moment for your students. Call us today to set up your appointment. We'll have your kids off to school saying,
For the best, head west.
Westside Auto.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore. 109th and Douglas at Urbandale, just west of...
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Northwest on top of Waukee, 32-25 is your score. A couple halftime festivities going on. We had a putt from full court to try to win a car. That missed offline to the left. I mean, golfing season's passed, so I don't blame them. And I believe Waukee, there was a Toy for Tots donation drive. Waukee kids donated the most toys in this toy rivalry that we had. But with the actual rivalry on the floor, kind of a weird first half. I don't think we could truly judge both teams. Waukee Northwest has been better by far, but Price Sanford's been pretty much absent with a ankle injury, and Omaha Blue had 3 fouls. What are we going to see here in this second half?
Oh, I think the big thing is if Sanford is unable to go, Northwest doesn't have anyone that can guard Omaha Blue. And the only way that they're going to be able to contain him is if they pick up that 4th foul on him quick, because Northwest is going to struggle to try and contain him otherwise.
Take a look at our top play of the half. Last play of the half here. This was the big shot at the layup. Kelderman, who's been big? I mean, Kelderman has been pretty much a perfect stand-in for Price Sanford. Kelderman has 15 of Northwest's 32 points, so he's been off to a hot start, that's for sure. And we'll see how that transpires as we go along. There wasn't time put on the clock, so I have no idea how. I mean, they're going to put 3 minutes on the clock, but both teams are still in the locker room. What are some keys here for both these two teams? I mean, obviously stop their big player, but what else can both teams change here offensively?
Well, I think for Waukee, you've got to find a way to get Omaha Blue out of opportunities where he's going to get targeted when they're going to go after that 4th foul. And someone else has got to start stepping up. We've seen a couple players come out and hit a shot or two, but we haven't seen much from Vance Pfeiffer. We haven't seen much from Kay Littlefield. We haven't seen much from Mason Costello. Northwest has their Robins stepping up without their Batman in the lineup, and they've even been getting some great play from Andrew Coase, and Henry Manning's been getting it done on the defensive side. Someone on Waukee has got to start stepping up to make some plays happen as well.
Omaha Blue has 8, but other than that, pretty much nothing. Costello with 1, Randall 3, Yazzie 2, Rogers 3, Moore 2, Pfeiffer 2, Littlefield 2, and Evan Jacobson 2. Now, as a coach, you're like, all right, that's cool. We're scoring all across the board. But like you said, let's score just a little bit more. Meanwhile, for Northwest, Sam Johnson has 3, Cade Kelderman has 15, 6 for Andrew Coase, and then Natish has 5. So Natish was a little quiet in that second quarter. We saw him drop 5 in that first quarter. He's going to be big as well, and he's holding Vance Pfeiffer at a minimum here so far.
Yeah, he's been really good at neutralizing Pfeiffer on the glass as well on the offensive end. And size was something that Northwest struggled against last year, and it was probably just the fact, you had 6'3" Cade Round, 6'4" Grant Tigas, and then Bryce Sanford, who's going to, use a lot of his energy on the offensive end, getting a lot of points as well as setting up his teammates. He is out here warming up to begin the second half. Doesn't look like he has as much of a limp as we saw earlier, but hoping it's nothing serious for him. But overall, this is going to be an interesting development with Natish moving forward because he gives them more size. What happens when Grant Tigas is healthy again? Is he going to take that spot back? But Natish gives them an opportunity to have another big out there. It did struggle a little bit against Yurok from Valley on a Friday night before Yurok came down with his own ankle injury. But he's growing a lot in front of our eyes as a sophomore this year.
It's going to be an interesting second half upcoming. A lot of storylines to follow. Omaha Blue, 3 fouls. I mean, that is dangerous. He gets 4 here in this third quarter. Early in the third, he is done. He is not going to be coming back until probably the fourth quarter. So that's something to keep an eye on as we go about the evening on both sides of the ball. Northwest leads by 7. Both teams are headed back to their huddles, and we're just about set to get going here at Northwest Gymnasium. A sold-out crowd is stacked. The CIML is competitive. And the Warriors going to have to put together a little bit of a rally here to start the third quarter. Northwest was up by 10 at one point. The Warriors have since then crawled back. The Warriors gave up the quick 2-pointer to end the first half, which gives the Wolves their current 7-point lead. Waukee will start with the basketball.
And it looks like they are going to keep Kelderman on Omaha just to see how that matchup works, but I'm not a huge fan of it personally.
Kelderman has been pretty pesky on the defensive side, so see how that works out. Randall wide open for 3. It's good.
Randall's hit a couple threes now, and that's going to be someone they got to start spotting up when he's coming off that down screen.
He's been pretty cold tonight. He's pulled up from about the parking lot every single time, and that time he was able to put it down. He's got 6 points tonight. Natish guarded by Pfeiffer. It's been a fun matchup, sneaky good matchup as the night's gone on. Natish on the back door gets blocked by Pfeiffer, out of bounds, and it'll go Waukee's way.
And that was a beautiful recovery by Pfeiffer. Got beat off of the screen and had the size and reach to be able to get back into position.
Yeah, Natish was wide open, had a great chance at it. And Pfeiffer just comes back and goes all ball. Costello to the lane. Left hand or right hand to the left side. It's good.
And just like that, 2 quick baskets, we got a 2-point game.
The Warriors have woken up here in the second half. Kelderman to the lane. Doubled, goes back up top. Here's Coase. Fades, blocked again. Pfeiffer, Sanford for 3. No. Pfeiffer with 2 quick blocks to start the quarter.
And that limps back for Sanford out there as well.
Had a good spot up. Costello all the way. No, Pfeiffer can't grab the rebound. Natish is there to take it right back.
And I think we're going to see Sanford probably take a lot of 3-pointers here in the second half.
Kelderman too high. Littlefield almost got it ripped away. Jump ball, should be Northwest ball.
But these last 3 possessions, it really shows the helpfulness it is to have a center who can block shots. He's obviously blocked 2. He affected that shot from Kelderman, make him put it high off the glass. And when you've got a pair like Pfeiffer and Omaha, it makes life hard in the paint.
Pfeiffer bulked up a little bit in the offseason. Came out big in a couple games last year. He can shoot the ball as well from up top. Doesn't prefer it as much as going down low. 6:11 to go here in the third quarter. Kelderman, they cannot get it down low. Coase to Sanford. Sanford almost gets it ripped away. Coase is wide open for 3, and he hits it.
Huge shot there from Andrew Coase. No syncrasy offensively there, but able to step up off the double team and hit that shot off the assist from Sanford.
A lot of weaving. Ballou down low, dunks it.
Natish trying to come over and play help defense there, but a beautiful pass put in a spot only Omaha could get to. And you're not really going to be able to block him when he goes up.
Blue playing with 3 fouls. Not holding back here. Kelderman spots up with his left hand and he puts it in. Timeout, Waukee Northwest. We'll see, they will take a 30-second timeout, and the lead is 5. What do you think Coach Watson's seeing there to call a timeout like now?
I don't know. I think it's mostly just trying to figure out matchups on the defensive side and, calm his team down. You had a couple turnovers. You had a couple shots that were blocked. You're playing a little chaotic now. Just to call a timeout, just to settle your team, settle the nerves, because you still have a 5-point lead.
Check out the Omaha Blue dunk. Almost never going to see him do a layup that down low. He's always going to dunk it and put on a show. The future Cyclone currently has 10 points for Waukee. And Bryce Sanford, the future Hawkeye, just 3 points. Has been dealing with that ankle injury here tonight, but has been pretty quiet. But what did you say in the girls' game? Stars shine bright under the brightest lights.
And the nice part is that because of his size, you can kind of put him down low and at least be a deterrent on the defensive side.
Littlefield for 3, rims out. Good box out down low by Sanford. 5 minutes to go in the third.
The nice thing about boxing out and playing defense all the time, it's not really dependent on speed. It's dependent on your footwork and your ability to be strong in the post.
They gave Natish a lot of room at the top of the key. He can shoot. Henry Manning all the way, blocked by Pfeiffer.
Third block for Pfeiffer this quarter alone.
Manning takes a hard fall on the court, and he'll get up slowly. Take a look at the replay. Watch Pfeiffer's eyes. Just read it the whole way. Time it perfectly. That is a clean block. Manning hops right back up to his feet. Doesn't help when there's cameraman all over the floor. Look out where you fall.
Yeah, about the most media you're probably ever going to see at a Northwest game.
The corners are just filled. It is unbelievable. We're going to wipe the floor down there. Standing room only tonight here at Waukee Northwest High School.
They should have just hired a student on each end to bring out the squeegee.
Probably, yeah. Free ticket. Free ticket. Any student that didn't have a ticket before. Tickets were sold out last Friday for this game. I bet people already want tickets for the next installment in Waukee. Stolen away. Full court down to Ballou. Ballou underneath and gets fouled.
Second and called against Kelderman. And I think he was just trying to get up close to him, got underneath him, and drew the contact.
It's just Kelderman's second. Ballou is pointing up to the sky. Do they try an inbound oop?
It's such a hard angle from behind the basket.
Nope, they go up top to Randall. Randall baseline, floats and puts it in. How about 5 points for Randall?
I think that's been a shot that's really developed in the game of basketball over the last 5-10 years. That floater from about midway in the lane, and you've seen players from guards to posts being able to learn that. And it's just added another shot to the arsenal for a lot of players.
Kelderman floats, he tries. I think that was partially blocked. They go back up top. Henry Manning for 3. Yes!
Big shot from Manning. He has really struggled with his three-point shot throughout this season, but a big one right there.
Had a big three-pointer in the last installment of this rivalry game. Missed a free throw, got back out to the wing, hit a 3 to really put that game away. Ballou's calling for it down low. Costello spots up for 2 and rolls in.
Manning,
awkward shots here so far.
Manning overcommitted on that one and got beat off the pass. That's when they always teach you, don't reach with your outside hand and try and get your inside with the backhand.
Costello gets fouled by Manning. Manning didn't think it was a foul, but they met him at the rim, and Costello will go to the line.
And that's number 3 on Manning now as well.
Or Randall, excuse me. Check out the height Randall gets.
And I'm not sure what Manning was upset about. It looked pretty obvious because he did not get nearly as up as Randall did on that play.
Cooper sinks his first from the charity stripe.
Based on the fact that Randall already has a 3-inch height advantage.
Randall's got 9. Vance Pfeiffer checks out. Jaden Rogers checks in.
I think one of the big things for Waukee, too, is it's not just, we were talking about their size with Omaha and Vance Pfeiffer, but it's the fact you also see, Costello, Randall are both 6'4". You've got Yazzie off the bench at 6'5". You've got Rogers at 6'4". You've got Shipper at 6'4". Jacobson at 6'6". This is a tall team.
Yeah. Kelderman walks it up. It's a 2-point lead for Northwest. Waukee slowly but surely trying to crawl back into this. Haven't had a lead for a while. Kelderman slips it in. Omaha was a little late.
And it was a nice fake going underneath the basket, able to free up some space and finish with that left hand.
Ballou spins in the lane. Can't get it to go. He's fouled.
They're going to call Sanford on that one.
That might be Price first. Yep, it is. Hasn't been in the game enough to get fouls. Take a look at the replay. Sanford's down low. Kind of slipped by him, and I guess they just thought his shoulder.
Yeah, Sanford looked like he was trying to avoid.
Yeah. But Ballou with his size, and I will say when I've watched him this year, very good at drawing contact. Able to swing his body around to make it look like he did get fouled.
Well, you learn a lot at your prep school.
Yeah, you do.
The LeBron James School of Acting.
Ballou knocks down his first. Ballou, the number 9 ranked recruit in the 2023 class by ESPN. Just 2 Iowa college school possible recruits in the top 100, the other being Price Sanford at 90. Ballou hits it.
Yeah, Ballou arguably the best prospect that Iowa's produced since Harrison Barnes or Marcus Page.
Yeah. Both went on to have very talented careers at North Carolina. Kelderman to the lane. Man, he's been good.
What touch on the reverse layup there for Kelderman. Sized up his defender, took it at him, and finished through a double team.
4-point lead. 2:24 remaining.
And this is the exact type of play we've come to expect out of Cade Kelderman. A guy that can get his shot when he needs to and can come out and give you 20 a night if he needs it.
Ballou doubled. They swing it to Rogers in the corner. Three-pointer won't go. Littlefield on the glass. Ballou wants it back. He'll go up for 2 and 1.
Yeah, there was really nothing there. With Price not being able to have his normal explosiveness, there was nothing they were going to be able to do on that one.
3 fouls on Cade Kelderman. Take a look at the replay.
I don't know where the foul was.
Just enough. Sanford kind of reached just a little bit. Ref saw enough contact.
But it's the fact they called it on Cade is a big thing.
Oh, Cade, excuse me, yeah. I would have thought Sanford, yeah. 2-point game goes to 1 point.
Omaha starting to come alive here in the third quarter. It shows what Waukee's missing when he's on the floor.
He has the ability to take over a game, that is for sure. And a reach-in foul on the backside by Rogers. Boy, Rogers almost went to the floor there after Coes was just trying to get the ball across, and he kind of lost his footing when he was trying to go after the basketball.
I think one of the big things, too, that we've seen tonight with Omaha Ballou is he shows that he can score in multiple ways. He's been able to go off the offensive glass. And you think of, dominant scorers. A lot of them, you think of people that are going to beat someone off the dribble. But he has just shown, stepped outside, hit a 3 early on. He's been able to get to the glass, get some good passes, and then biggest of all, he's been able to knock down free throws when he's got to the line.
Coes tries to go backdoor to that and miss. No, a foul. Natish got it on the backdoor cut and then gets caught on his way up.
They're really calling everything here tonight.
I was going to say, now, well, it's crazy because I look at the board. 4 fouls on Northwest, 2 on Waukee. I thought we'd have more. Both teams were in the bonus. at the end of the first half. And Natish will go to the line to shoot 2. First one rattles out. Waukee has not had the lead for quite some time. Reminds me of the girls' game. It's almost an exact mirror of the girls' game.
Even score-wise, it's fairly close.
That girls' game, one to remember. Natish knocks down his second. It's his 6th point of the night, his first point since the first quarter when he had 5. Blue on the block, spins, dunks.
That's one of the reasons I don't like the Kelderman matchup. There's nothing that Cade can really do in the post.
45 all, Kelderman. Kind of shoved Moore aside. He's able to get away with it. 1:18 to go here in the third quarter. We're tied. Manning, baseline. Beautiful pass to Natish. Kelderman wide open for 3. It goes.
Kelderman has done everything tonight for Northwest, and the reason they are in front by 3 right now.
They got him for 22 points. 3-point lead. Pfeiffer on the low block. Has to get rid of it, almost gets it knocked away. Gonna have to get it somewhere. Gets it down low to Littlefield, who goes back door to Rogers. Rogers gets blocked by Sanford. That's a foul on Pfeiffer.
Good recovery defense there from Price Sanford. Came all the way from the far wing down low, seeing that the defense had overcommitted other locations.
A lot tonight. Northwest has been very good at just quickly getting to the ball, able to recover. Evan Jacobson checks back in.
And Omaha looks confused as to why he's getting subbed out.
I guess why. I get the risk of possibly grabbing a 4th foul. Might as well just sit him here for these last 40 seconds.
Get him a quick rest as you're going. He's going to play the entire 4th quarter.
Sanford hobbles down the court on the far side, but he's playing tough. He only has 3 points, but he's playing hard.
At least the one thing you can say is that he's probably well rested.
Yeah. That one almost ripped away. Kelderman guarded by Moore. Kelderman goes baseline against Jacobson, and a foul. He ran into Jacobson, and then Pfeiffer came on the backside. They're going to get Jacobson with the foul.
Well, I guess it's a good thing because that would have been Omaha.
Kanaski's thinking ahead. He's a smart coach. 3-point game. Kelderman will go the line. He's got 22. Does have 3 fouls, so he's pretty much in the same boat as Omaha is. And he knocks down his first. Four fouls apiece for each team. The lead was 7 at halftime. And it's 5 now.
What a quarter we've seen from Kelderman, too.
Incredible. Just the ability to step up. I mean, Sanford has played well, but on that injured foot has not been able to move as much as he'd like. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Manning on Moore. Moore, it's on the ground, a foul on Henry Manning.
And that's number 4 on Henry Manning as well.
Manning tonight, just 5 points. Did hit a 3 earlier this quarter. Cooper Randall, 3-point shooter, checks in. It's 6 seconds to go here in the quarter. Littlefield was not looking at the official.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Official was like, what are you doing, man? 5 seconds. Pfeiffer to Randall. Randall waits 1 second, fires a long 3, and he misses it off front iron.
Good one-on-one defense there from Sam Johnson to force a tough shot.
That will do it for the end of the third. Don't go away. 5-point lead, 50-45. We'll be back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. 1 quarter remains in the Civil War, the second installment of the Civil War between Waukee Northwest and Waukee. 50-45 is your score. Blake Walker, Tyler French with you here this evening on the Central Iowa Sports Network. What a game it has been so far, but it's the play by Cade Kelderman. We thought it would be Sanford versus Omaha Blue, but it's Cade Kelderman versus Omaha Blue tonight.
Yeah, and I'd mentioned during pregame that someone else had to step up, and Cade has done more than his part.
Absolutely. 1 more left. Waukee gets it, down by 5. Northwest won the girls' game by 1 point. It looks like we're on track for a game just like it. Randall for 3 in the corner. Yes!
And a beautiful decision there by Blue. Saw the double team come over, and, he's got that height advantage over Cade that he was able to see in the corner the wide open Randall for the 3.
For the second straight quarter, Randall hits a 3 right out of the quarter break. Sanford, step back, 3. No, rattles out. Pfeiffer on the rebound. Sanford's 3s have been like that ever since he got hurt. Omaha Blue for 3. Yes!
And just like that, Waukee has their first lead in a long time.
Back-to-back 3s by the Warriors. Give them the lead. Kelderman guarded by Ballou. And a foul down low. I think they're going to get it on Randall. Nope, they're going to get it on Cade Littlefield.
And I like the decision to switch Omaha on to Kelderman. He's got the athleticism to keep him in front of him, as well as the length to really be able to block any shot that he puts up.
Sam Johnson pass sails long to the intended receiver, Cade Kelderman.
Well, we do say that Sam Johnson's more of a running quarterback.
Take a look at the replay. Omaha Blue knocks down the 3. Jokes write themselves. 1 point lead. Under 7 to go. Randall, wide open. Didn't want the 3. He'll go for 2 and puts it in.
And Coach Watson wants a timeout. And Waukee, I think, has figured out this defense as well.
53-50, timeout on the floor. It is a full timeout. We'll take one with them. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Do you know what the best part about being a dog is? You can hear disaster before it even happens. You know what they say about disaster. Sometimes it can inspire a symphony. An honest day's work deserves an honest day's treat.
No extra charge.
And that is why we choose Honest Wrenches. No extra charge. And it's how service should be.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Blake Walker, Tyler French with you. Take a look at the replay on that last big shot by Waukee Northwest. How about the vision by Ballou? And how about the effort by Cooper Randall?
Yeah, one of the big things, too, is that the defense was able to correct itself and rotate properly, but Randall, a quick first step on it, blew past Sam Johnson, and was able to get the layup.
An 8-0 run to start the quarter for Waukee has put the Northwest Wolves in a bind. Here to start. And Natish will throw in. Both teams with 5 fouls, so closing in on a couple of bonus shots. Sanford brings it up, and we haven't seen him do this because of that ankle, but he's going to fight through it here. Kelderman off a screen. Goes baseline. Blocked, foul. They're going to get it on Pfeiffer. Either way, they were going to come in late for a possible block attempt.
And a lot of confidence there to take that at Pfeiffer and against Ballou.
For good reason. I mean, he has played phenomenal tonight. He'll go back to the line. They got him for 24 points, and he knocks down his first.
Hits both these free throws. He will have it exactly half of Northwest points tonight. And you really wonder what this game would be like if Omaha hadn't had to sit most of the second quarter because of foul trouble, and if Price hadn't gotten hurt so early on as well.
And Omaha didn't want to come out, but Coach Kanaski decided to pull him. He's tried to play him smart. Ballou still has 3 fouls. But when you get down to the end here, things can get interesting. Randall, a long 3 off back iron. Sanford skies for the rebound. 6 minutes to go here at Northwest Gymnasium. Number 1 Waukee, number 2 Northwest going at it on the hardwood. Kelderman, he'll go up strong for 2, can't go. Natish on the rebound. He puts it in over top of Omaha Ballou.
What a play there from the sophomore. Going right at one of the best shot blockers in the state and able to finish strong.
1-point lead back to Northwest. Costello, haven't called his name a ton tonight. He's got 5. Long 3 by Randall. Rims out. Ballou on the glass. Back up and in.
Kelderman tried to get the box out there, but a nice spin off of it by Ballou, and he was able to get that board in the finish.
Tyler, we're coming down to it. 55-54. Just as advertised. Coes for 3. No. Sanford, that was knocked away. Costello the other way. 1-on-1 for 2 and 1!
Haven't seen much from Costello, but a huge play right there to not only get the layup, but to pick up the foul as well.
Just the first foul on Sam Johnson. Take a look at the replay. Clear contact. Costello puts it up with his right hand and puts it in, trying to extend the lead to just 4 with a free throw here.
And Henry Manning checking back in. 4 fouls for him, so he's got to be very careful.
But he's a heck of a defensive player and can make jump shots when it counts. 5 minutes to go. The lead is 3 after the missed free throw. Waukee cannot pull away. Kelderman, no fear, travels. To the dismay of the Northwest student section.
I don't think either side has been happy with how this game's been officiated. They have been calling everything here tonight.
6 fouls for both teams in this second half. Both one away from a bonus. Costello, new form confidence has shaped up here in this fourth quarter for him. Randall wants a screen. I thought he was going to pull from the parking lot. Ballou spots up a long 3, gets fouled.
Yep, caught him on the elbow. That's 4 on Cade Kelderman now.
Again, if anyone's good at drawing contact, or at least making it look like you draw contact, not saying that's what he did there, but it's Omaha Ballou.
No, and he stuck that foot out trying to get the contact there, but there was contact from Kelderman up on the elbow.
Ballou will go to the line to shoot 3. First one falls. It's his 5th made free throw on the night. He gets 2 more here. Second one rattles out. Overall, he's been a very solid free throw shooter this season for the Warriors. 72%. And you say, well, he's a big guy, you don't expect it. Well, that's the thing. He's only 6'8", but that's about a Kevin Durant size and a LeBron James size. So, I mean, you can take and make your free throws. That's important.
Yeah, and I believe he shot around 80% 2 years ago with Waukee.
The lead is 5. Kelderman. Back off. Manning. Spots up in the lane. Foul. Who are they going to get it on? They're going to get it on Pfeiffer, I believe. Unless it could be Rogers. I did not see.
Nope, that's on Pfeiffer. That's number 4 on him.
Boy, what happens if you lose that height on the floor for Waukee? Because we really haven't talked about Vance at all, but if they lose him, Natish really doesn't have a good size matchup for Waukee if they could try Evan Jacobson, the freshman.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to bring Shipper in.
Yep.
Make sure he doesn't pick up that 5th, but his night definitely not done yet.
Shipper is 6'4". Manning hits his first. Still a quiet night for a lot of these guys on Waukee. Pfeiffer only 2, Littlefield with 2. Expect a lot more out of them. But Waukee's making it work. 3-point game.
I think a big thing with Pfeiffer is he's been exuding so much energy on the defensive side. I want to say he's up to about 4 blocks tonight. And they made the switch. They're putting Price back on Omaha.
Foul on Shipper down low. Well, there you go. How are they going to guard him? Well, I don't know if they can. Shipper second. If you're a Waukee fan or any fan of basketball, this is about to be a long 4 minutes.
But potentially extremely exciting.
Oh, yeah. This has been amazing. An amazing night. 2 very good basketball games. Kelderman. Guarded by Ballou. Manning, long 3, no.
Man, from the angle, it looked like it was going in.
I was going to say, look good from here. 3.5 to go, and it'll be Costello to walk it up. The Warriors trying to extend their lead. They just haven't been able to get it very far, and Kanaski wants a timeout. Let's see how long they're going to take. They're going to take a 30-second timeout with 3:24 remaining here in the corner. We can all take a sigh and breath as we buckle up for the last 3.5 minutes. Tyler, it's been a heck of a game so far. The Warriors have responded well here in this second half. And again, I just bring it up. Bryce Sanford has 3 points. He has really not done much, if anything, tonight. It's just been Cade Kelderman and the rest of this Northwest offense.
Yeah, and it really goes to show what we're going to be in for when these 2 teams match up again, which at that point, hopefully we've got 2 fully healthy teams.
Yes.
Hopefully Grant Tigas will be back at that point too, so we really see both these teams at full strength.
Waukee would love to take one on the road here. Number 1 versus number 2. It's lived up to the hype so far tonight, and we're not even done yet.
And I think a basket right here would be huge for Waukee. This Northwest offense has really struggled since they moved Omaha on to Kelderman. And if they could get a 3 on here, 6 points, tough to come back from right now.
Costello had a wide open 3. Rodgers goes up with the rebound, and he gets fouled. He'll go to the line for 2.
That'll probably be on Natish, but only his first. I can't talk enough of how well Natish has played tonight, though.
Phenomenal. And to only have that, his first foul, I mean, unbelievable job.
He was our player of the game when we did the game on Friday night. He only had 2 points, but double-digit rebounds, couple blocks, and was just awesome keeping Valley off of the offensive glass. Especially after Yurok got hurt, he was instrumental in making sure that they secured rebounds.
Boy, Waukee is leaving the door open for Waukee Northwest. Only 1 of 2 free throws made by Jaden Rodgers. And the lead is 4. Sanford. Is it in the final minutes? He maybe starts to heat up. Kelderman. Guarded by Ballou. They'll switch over to Shipper. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Kelderman almost loses it. Has to go back up top to Sanford. Sanford goes baseline and gets blocked behind by Rodgers, but he's fouled.
A great opportunity from Price now to get some easy points. His stats aren't reflected this year. His free throw shooting a little bit down, but this guy shot nearly 90% last year. Almost picked up a 50-40-90 season last year for Northwest. I want to say he finished probably around 86.
They'll shoot 2 here. Sinks his first. And his first point since the first quarter.
Pfeiffer coming back in for Waukee. Has to be careful with those 4 fouls.
Yeah, still 2 minutes and 49 seconds to go.
Pfeiffer with 4 for Waukee, and both Kelderman and Manning with 4 for Northwest.
Price knocks them both down.
I think that's one of the reasons we've seen Sanford, even with the injury, move over to Omaha, because you can't afford to lose Cade Kelderman right now.
And he's still, I mean, the limp is still there for Sanford, but he's playing through it. Almost a triple team on Ballou. Rodgers wide open for 3. Rimmed out, knocked around, and a foul down low. Who's it going to be on? It's going to be on Northwest.
I'm kind of surprised there, considering that The box out was by Andrew Coase. And that's 4 now on Andrew Coase as well.
All of Northwest in foul trouble. 3 players on the floor have 4 fouls. Sanford and Natish both have 1. So now that sends Pfeiffer to the line for a 1-and-1 with both teams in the bonus at 9 fouls apiece. And the lead is 2.
And Pfeiffer, a pretty good free throw shooter this year, right at about 86%.
He misses.
Broadcaster's curse.
2-point lead. Under 2.5 to go. Rogers on Sanford. They go back to Kelderman. Kelderman thought about shooting. He turns around and fades. No. Rebound, snag. That should be a very tough call, and that's going to go to Northwest. I thought the reach around, and then I guess it was touched by Rogers last second.
Yeah, I think both players got their hand on the ball, but with the offensive player likely being the inside hand, that call is going to go that way pretty much 99% of the time.
I'm glad I'm not an official.
Well, they always need more of them.
That is true. Learn more on IHSAA.com. 5 seconds on the shot clock, and Bryce Sanford puts in a long 3. Northwest to the lead.
Stars shine in the brightest lights. What a shot from Bryce Sanford.
Ballou, there's a foul down low. It's on Henry Manning. That's his 5th. And now the double bonus for Waukee. Manning is done. There was hand fighting down low, and he can't believe it.
And he's got to be careful not to get teed up.
And in for him comes Sam Johnson. Take a look at the 3-pointer by Bryce Sanford. And now with double bonus, Cooper Randall to the line to shoot 2. And he knocks down his first. Tie game.
This game is going to come right down to the wire. What a pair of games we have had here tonight.
Oh, my gosh. Unbelievable. Randall gives Waukee the lead. He's got 7 points this quarter. He's got 17 overall. 62-61, a minute, 38 remaining. Sanford thought about another 3. Foul on Rogers. And now Sanford will go to the line to shoot 2.
And that's going to be key for Northwest to get opportunities for Sanford. Even if he is a little hobbled, he's still one of the best shooters in the state. And that's now 4 fouls on Jaden Rogers as well.
Both teams at 10 fouls apiece. Double bonus we go. And Sanford hits his first. And what do you know? Sanford has the most points out of any Northwest Wolf here in this 4th quarter.
You go into a game, he can be hurt. He's still going to get double digits. I want to say he finished 4th in the entire state last year in total points across all 4
He's
levels.
Definitely up there, yeah. Definitely up there. Northwest with the lead, 1:26 to go. Ballou guarded by Sanford. Why not? Here comes the double. Ballou resets. Spots, fires, 3. To the lead goes Waukee.
We talked about that shot by Sanford. Omaha Ballou with Sanford in his face knocks down a huge jumper, and that's why TJ Otzelberger and Iowa State are excited to have him come into Ames next year.
Timeout on the floor. It is going to be a full timeout, I believe, but we'll take a break. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and you've probably noticed there's shortages on most everything in the market today. Well, Heat and Glow has helped us out this year, and they are focusing their energy on their gas fireplace inserts. So if you've got a drafty old wood-burning fireplace and you want to get it retrofitted into a beautiful, high-efficient gas fireplace, come see us. We will have product to sell you.
Heat and Glow gas fireplace insert from Fireplace Superstore. 109th and Douglas at Urbandale, just west of Homeacres.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Take a look at the replay. The number 9 recruit in the country against the number 90 recruit in the country. The Cyclone versus Hawkeye. And is it a preview of this week's Cy-Hawk matchup? Well, we never know. But Omaha Ballou knocks down the long three-pointer to give Waukee a 2-point lead. It's better than 1 point if you're Waukee. And there with 1:09 remaining, Northwest has the ball.
And there was absolutely nothing Sanford could do on that shot. He got up, got a hands in his face. And even if he was at full strength, I still think that Ballou knocks that shot down.
Everybody is on their feet here at Northwest Gymnasium. Sanford, backdoor cut, gets it blocked. Natish with the rebound. 54 seconds to go, 30 seconds on the game clock.
Once again, the sophomore coming up huge on the glass.
Kelderman inside to the lane, draws contact, puts it in off the glass.
What a finish. Going right at Ballou, Pfeiffer on the weak side, and finishes. We're going to come right down to the wire, folks.
Tie game, 32 seconds. 5 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. This is what everybody wanted. Number 1 versus number 2. Costello at the top of the key. Can't get it all the way down. He gets it to Ballou. Ballou spins, drives, off glass, won't go. Rebound tipped out. Kelderman back the other way. Here comes Northwest. Kelderman drives the floor, up and in! And one!
Cade Kelderman with the 30-piece.
You are kidding me. Cade Kelderman with 1.7 seconds to go. Take a look at the replay. Timeout on the floor.
What a game. And Price Sanford with the defense of his life on the other side, stepping with him step for step, goes up, contests the shot. And, he's not going to get up to get that block, but he alters the shot. It's a miss by Omaha. Cade Kelderman gets out in the fast break, and it's exactly what we saw in the girls' game. Fast break starts with your defense, and Kelderman, just an amazing finish once again. A game of a lifetime for Cade Kelderman.
One of the best high school games we will ever see. Now, if you're Waukee Northwest, if the free throw is made, do you foul?
Absolutely. Statistically, your chances go up tenfold of winning. Now, the way this game is going, Kelderman will make the free throw, and someone's going to hit a half-court shot to send it to overtime.
We saw a half-court shot made in the girls' game. It's very possible. Kelderman could also miss this, and then there's not much time left. Waukee Northwest is not playing up. 2-point game, 1.7 to go. Free throw misses, and a timeout with 1 second to go.
I think they'll put a little bit of time back on the clock.
I don't know. The Waukee crowd wants a little bit more time, but if anything, it's probably like 1.2 or 1.1.
Hey, even a 0.3 is enough to get a shot off.
Now, now remember, college basketball, it would advance. Here, does not advance.
And that's one of the toughest things about high school basketball. And we saw the same thing in the girls' game.
Yep.
That it was not advanced with 10.6 seconds left. They had to go the entire length of the court. And it made it a little bit tougher for Hauk trying to get that shot off before the turnover.
You can easily get a shot in, that's for sure. And now that it's a 2-point game, you cannot foul. So
I would expect to see a double screen come up at halftime, have someone roll around it, get a pass off, and try to get some up. They did put 0.3 back on. And when you're this late in the game, every 10th of a second is helpful.
Who shoots it?
I don't know. Honestly, I would probably give it to Randall.
Yeah, honestly. I think, Randall's throwing it. So it's either Costello or Ballou to win it at the buzzer. But Cade Littlefield's all the way down here, so they could try a touchdown pass to try to win it. 2-point game, 1.3 to go. This is it. Ballou goes deep. They toss it down. Ballou can't grab it. That'll do it. Waukee Northwest wins the Civil War.
What a sweep for Northwest. And the absolute guts of Cade Kelderman with his offensive performance, and Bryce Sanford on one good leg. His performance tonight was amazing on the defensive end late in this contest.
Unbelievable. They're trying to keep all the fans off the floor to give them a chance to shake hands in what will go down as one of the best games we have seen at least in the last 10 years in Iowa high school basketball. Waukee Northwest defeats Waukee 67-65. They tried to get it into Ballou. Ballou's height too much. He touched it, and it fell right into the lap of a Wolf to try to win the ball game. We're going to take a break. We'll be back to wrap everything up. Waukee Northwest defeats Waukee 67-65.
75 years, Holt service trucks have hit the streets of central Iowa to help customers in need. It might be for plumbing, heating, cooling, a water heater, or the usual repairs and maintenance. We've done that with quality work from quality employees who bring passion and personality to the job. That's the Holt difference. It gives me great pride to see how our company has grown from the seeds of success my grandfather planted in 1947. That's why more and more central Iowans are saying, let Holt handle that.
Our year-end sales event is going on now at DeArmond Ford, Indianola.
Find out why more people are coming to DeArmond Ford, Indianola to buy their new Fords and certified pre-owned vehicles.
Come see the newest state-of-the-art dealership in the area. Every new Ford and pre-owned used is clearly tagged with one low price. Experience the DeArmond difference.
DeArmond Ford, Indianola, DeArmondFord.com.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V-Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
We all love a good win, however small or ordinary. Losing track of time, finding yourself with a few extra dollars in your pocket, soaking up the perfect Iowa day. These are the everyday delights and small victories that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the moments that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the corn they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Blake Walker, Tyler French with you here to wrap it up. Waukee Northwest in the second installment of the Civil War. Number 2 takes down number 1 Waukee. The rankings will come out and they'll be flipped. Northwest will be number 1. Take a look at the replay. That final big shot by Cade Kelderman to drive to the basket and get it and one. Unbelievable shot and an unbelievable finish that will go down in the record books and history books. They'll be telling their grandkids about it, whatnot, for days to come. Take a look at it again. Cade Kelderman, 30 points for Waukee Northwest, 10 points for Bryce Sanford, who came into the fourth quarter and only had 3 and comes in to make it. Omaha Blue unofficially finishes with 27. Cooper Randall with 17. Tyler, the night lived up to the hype. Just how good this rivalry is. And once again, Northwest just holds on to it.
And the little brother mantra is going to continue, at least for now. But it's what we've seen from this rivalry in its 2 years. Whether the volleyball game going 5 full sets, the game last year going into overtime. I'm excited to see when we finally get a football game between these two.
Yes, I agree.
That is going to be crazy. I think we're going to get it next year, hopefully. But this did not disappoint. And a lot of people might have thought this was going to be an overhyped and, standing room only crowded high school basketball game. Are you serious?
Unbelievable.
But one of the best games I've ever seen.
It lived up to the hype. Waukee Northwest takes the second installment of the Civil War against the Waukee Warriors. That will do it for us tonight here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. I want to thank all of our cameramen, camerawomen on the floor. Reese, we got our man Randy, Justin, and Rachel. Everyone, thank you so much for all you've done tonight. Thank you to everyone watching. We appreciate it. That will do it for us on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Blake Walker, Tyler French, thanks for joining us tonight. Enjoy the rest of your week. We will be back in just a couple days on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Good night, everyone.